Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 1 of our story. If you like this What If story and want to see part 2, let me know in the comments below. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, check the description for more great content and my playlist. This story was posted by Reygne on Wattpad. Now let's start. Narrator POV. It was late in the night. We could see a woman with long black and red hair running through a deep forest and carrying a child with the same hair and a birthmark on his forehead. The woman was being pursued by someone. Soon she reached a cliff and stopped right away. "Damn it, I can't let him get my boy," the woman said in a desperate tone. She started to hear some noises behind her. "Why don't we stop this little game of yours, Maya?" The voice behind her asked Maya. "Don't mess with me, I will never let you lay a finger on him. Such a devoted woman. Don't worry, I'll kill you first so you don't have to watch your son die." Maya took a step back as the unknown man took one forward. Suddenly she reached the end of the cliff, looked behind her, at her baby and finally at the man. And jumped. To say that the man was shocked would be an understatement, and Maya couldn't help but smirk at the view on his face. While falling, she looked at her baby and said, "I'm sorry that it turned that way. I'm sorry that I couldn't see you grow. I know that my words are meaningless since you won't remember me, but let me tell you that I'll always be with you and that I love you more than anything in this world, Izuku." The mother rolled up around her son and finally hit the water. The man didn't move. He was still surprised by her action, but he rapidly shrugged it off. "Well, I wasn't the one who killed them, but there is no way that someone would survive a fall like that, so the job is done. All the potential sun breathers are dead," the man said while walking away. But little did he know that the baby was not like any other child. Time skip. A few hours later, we can see a man with a skeleton body and blonde hair walking with a 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 woman who has green hair. We can hear them talking about their work. "I'm sorry that I can't be more with you and accompany you through the 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐵, the blonde man said. "𝐀𝐮𝐭, it's alright 𝐃𝐮, you're the #1 hero. You can't just disappear like that just because of me," replied 𝐾𝐮𝐭. And yes, these people are known as 𝐃𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐵 and Izuku Yagi, aka All Might #1 hero and Green Majesty #7 hero. What a surprise! Insert sarcastic tone. As they were walking next to a river, they spotted a corpse stranded on the shore, holding a baby who was crying. Toshi immediately rushed to the baby and checked the pulse of the woman who was holding him. "Toshi, she's dead. 𝐾𝐮𝐭, what do we do about the baby? We can't just let him here." "Toshi, well, maybe we can take him. Our house is already prepared for a baby, so why not another one?" "𝐾𝐮𝐭, okay, so we are taking him. Now we should call an ambulance." "Toshi, yeah, you're right. 𝐾𝐮𝐭, by the way, is there anything else like a name or something?" "Toshi, on the child there is a name, Izuku, so I guess it's his name, and there is also a little box, but I can't open it. And that's how our little Izuku was saved by 2 heroes, but sadly if we were to ask him in a few years if he wanted to be held by them, he would say no. No, if he knew what was going to happen, he would stay far away from them." Time skip. 4 years later. Narrator POV. It was a bright morning in the Yagi household. We can see 2 little kids jump on the bed of their parents. One was a boy with long black and red hair with a birthmark on his forehead and red eyes, and the other is a little girl with blonde hair and green eyes. There are Izuku and Izumi Yagi. "Izuku, Mom, Dad, wake up, it's time to go to the doctor and see what our quirks are." Izumi, "Yeah, Oni-chan is right, come on, wake up." The 2 adults woke up with difficulty. "𝐾𝐮𝐭, kids, calm down, it's 6 in the morning. First, we're going to eat breakfast, brush our teeth, get dressed, and then we can go, okay?" Izuku/Izumi, "Okay, Mom." Time skip to the doctor's office. Izuku POV. 𝐾𝐮𝐭, Izuku, and Izumi are seen waiting for the doctor to arrive with their result. "Izuku, I can't wait to see what my quirk is gonna be like." Izumi, "I neither, I'm so excited." 𝐾𝐮𝐭, "It doesn't matter, I'm sure the 2 of you are gonna be great heroes in the future." Izuku/Izumi, "Thanks, Mom." Soon, the doctor arrived with the result, but you could say that something was wrong by looking at his facial expression. "𝐾𝐮𝐭, is there something wrong, doctor?" "Doctor? Well, I have good and bad news. Which one do you want first?" "𝐾𝐮𝐭, the bad one first, I guess, Doctor." "Sigh, I hate this part of the job," muttered the doc. "Well, I'm sorry, but your son is quirkless and you won't get one in the future." "Huh. I'm quirkless. But I wanted to be a hero like All Might, I wanted to put a smile on the face of the citizens. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I see, and what's the good news? Why do you sound like you don't care, Mom? Doctor? Well, the good news is that your daughter has a strong telekinetic quirk that can rival Green Majesty if well trained. Izumi, did you hear that, Mom? I can become a hero like All Might and Green Majesty. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, yes, my baby, you're gonna be a great hero in the future, but we have to train you. Let's go, Izumi, and thank you, Doctor. Dr. POV, did she just leave without her son? She didn't even look at him. She didn't try to comfort him. In what a beach. How the F can you do that? No, it doesn't matter, this boy needs someone right now. Doc, hey boy, he just looked at me with eyes filled with sadness. Doc, it doesn't matter if you don't have a quirk. A quirk is just a tool. It does not define who you are or who you want to be. If you want to become a hero, then train your butt off. I'm sure that you'll be able to do something great. His eyes filled with sadness turned into ones filled with determination. Izuku, thank you, Doctor, it really means a lot. He said while smiling. Holy Eve, what's with this kid's smile? It's too bright, I need sunglasses. Izuku POV, I quickly left the office to catch up with my mom and then went home, but on the way they were talking about future projects like her training. What does she want for her birthday? For Christmas? Soon we reached home and our dad was watching TV. Toshi, so how did it go? 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, well, Izuku is quirkless, but Izumi has a very strong telekinetic quirk. Dad just got up without even looking at me and lift up Izumi in the air. Toshi, isn't that great? Izumi, you're gonna become a great hero. Don't worry, starting tomorrow we're going to train you to be the strongest. Izumi, yeah. Why do they act like I didn't even exist? Is it because I'm quirkless? But it's not my fault. I didn't choose to be quirkless. I wanted to have one. I wanted to be a hero. Don't think like that. I don't have their support, okay? They won't train me, okay? I'm gonna train on my own. Time skipped the day after Izumi POV. I was in school when I spotted my friends Shoto, Shoko, Katsuki, and Katsumi. Izumi, hey guys, of them, hey Izumi, Katsuki, you went to the quirk doctor yesterday, right? So what's your quirk, Shoko? And what's Izuku's quirks? Izumi, my quirk is called telekinetic. I can lift things with it and I can create some blast, and Izuku is quirkless. Shoto, well, it's sad for Izuku, but it doesn't mean he can't become a hero. Look at Eraserhead, he basically fights quirkless Izumi, but guys, I'm scared. Even though Uncle Eraser fights quirkless, he still has one. What if Izuku dies trying to become a hero? I don't want to lose my Oni-chan. I said while crying. Katsuki, maybe we can scare him with our quirks. This way he would understand that it's dangerous and stop trying. Shoko, it's a bad idea. Katsumi, I agree with Shoka. Katsuki, then do you want to let him die? The girls didn't say anything and then finally agree. Izumi, okay, let's do this. I don't want him to die. We started looking for Izuku. When we found him, he was reading a book about quirks. I then asked him, Izumi, Oni-chan, do you still want to become a hero even though you're quirkless? Please. Oni-chan says no. Izuku, of course, it's my dream. He couldn't even finish his sentence that the Bakugos have already landed. An explosion on his face. The Todorokis froze his arms and I push him away with my telekinesis. He landed a few meters away. Izumi, do you really think you can become a hero? You're just a quirkless trash. I'm sorry, Oni-chan, I don't want you to die. Katsuki, yeah, you should just give up. There is no way that someone like can become a hero. Give up, bro. Izumi would be sad if you don't. Katsumi, it's embarrassing. You should just stop. Please give up. I-chan, I don't want you to get hurt. I love you. Please give up. After that, we just left him on the ground and began to walk away, but something was weird, so I decided to ask. Izumi, Shoto, Shoko, why didn't you say anything? I thought you agreed to help us. Shoto, even though I'm scared for him, I still think it's a bad idea, but I don't have a better idea, so I hurt him a little, but I won't say anything to destroy his mind and sanity. Shoko, I agree with Shoto. Katsuki, teach whatever as long as you don't get in our way. Meanwhile, Izuku POV, why did they do that? Aren't we friends? I thought that they would support me, but it seems that I was wrong. So my parents and friends don't care about me. So I'm alone. Okay, they'll see. I'll show them all. I lay on the ground for a few more hours because the pain was too high. Then I went home only to see my parents and my sister having dinner without me. Whatever, I just went to my room and bandaged my wounds. And went to sleep. Tomorrow is gonna be a better day, right? Narrator POV, but the reality is often disappointing because his day wasn't better than any other day for 4 more years. Narrator POV Izuku is now 10 years old. It's been 6 years now, 6 years full of abuse, bullying, harassment, and neglect. His sister and her friends didn't stop. They grew stronger and abuse our little cinnamon roll every day. The little couldn't even rest at home because he has to make his own food since 𝐻𝐮𝐭 stopped making him food. Now you must be wondering why he called her 𝐻𝐮𝐭. That's because he doesn't see 𝐻𝐮𝐭 and Toshi as his parents. They're not even his real parents. To begin with, Izuku might be 10 but he has an IQ of 240, which is 5 points behind 𝐻𝐮𝐦𝐬𝐴 is 245, but let's be honest, even a dumbass could see that he's adopted. Izuku is now used to the pain not only because of the daily beating but because he started to cut himself 2 years ago. He wanted to control something in his life. He wanted to feel like it was his choice. Note: if you are thinking of cutting yourself, then don't and go talk to someone. I was like that 2 years ago. For personal reason I started to cut myself and it was the most painful phase of my life, but thanks to someone I stopped and today I'm feeling better. If you ever feel this feeling, go talk to someone. I can guarantee you that is a really bad idea. It was the end of the school day and of course, Izuku was bored AF cause he has already completed the curriculum of the best university in Japan. Finally, the bell rang and he started to pack up his stuff, but of course, he wouldn't go away like that. Katsuki, oi Deku, where the F do you think you're going? Izuku, home, he responded with a bored tone. Izumi, Deku, why are you even here? You should just stay at home if you're gonna slack off. Shoto and Shoko just stayed silent because they didn't want to insult him even though they have already hurt him. Katsumi, honestly you should be ashamed to be his sister. Izumi, Katsuki, oi nerd, what's that? Hero analysis. Oh please, you still think you can become a hero? You're just a Deku without any future. Katsuki, you know what, there is a way for you to get a quirk. Izuku just stares at him with the same boring look. Jump from the top building and wish to have one in the afterlife. Immediately, Katsumi, Izumi, Shoto, and Shoko widened their eyes and thought the same thing. What the F are you saying? We want him to stop trying to become a hero because we don't want him to die. Izuku, you know what? It might be a good idea. Thank you, Katsuki. And he left the classroom. The group stopped dead in their tracks. They couldn't process what he just said. And then, Katsumi, are you dumb or what? We don't want him to die, you 𝐻𝐮𝐴. Shoto, you went too far. Izumi, but he wouldn't go that far, right? Katsuki, no he won't, he doesn't have the ball to do it. Izumi is now seen at the school gate and sees her parents waiting for her. Izumi, hey mom, dad, what are you doing here? Toshi, it's your birthday in 1 week so we're here to pick you up to go buy what we need for a party. 𝐻𝐮𝐭, yeah now let's go, baby. Okay mom. Then they went to buy everything they need. Meanwhile, Izuku POV, I just arrived home. I directly went towards my room to heal my new wounds. I grabbed some food, some water, and my backpack. Why? Because I'm getting the F out of here. I just can't take it anymore. I'm sure that they won't even see that I'm not around anymore. I then put my earrings that I found in a box 1 month ago. Flashback: 1 month ago I was chilling in the basement because at least here no one would be there. Then I saw a little metal box with a sunset on the top of it. It was like the box was calling me. It wanted me to open it, so, of course, I did. And in there, I saw a letter and earrings with the same sunset that is on the box. I opened the letter and started reading it. Dear Izuku, if you read this it means that I'm no longer here. I hope that you're happy with your life. I'm sorry that I am not here with you. I don't have too much time so I'm going to go straight to the point. Your real name is 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Izuku, and I'm 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Maya, your real mother. There is a high probability that you were diagnosed quirkless, which is normal. You do not have a quirk but something way more powerful. A long time ago, when quirks didn't exist, there was a power called breathing techniques. Like the name, these techniques use the breath of the people who use it. These techniques were used to slay demons and these people were called demon slayer. Their goal was to kill the former demon 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. When they killed him, the demon slayer corps was disbanded and the breathing techniques were forgotten. All of the families who used these techniques disappeared. Your ancestor, 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐿, was the first user of the breathing technique. He was using the sun breathing. The sun breathing is the former breath. All other breaths are variants of this one. Izuku, you're the last one in the 𝐬𝐮𝐻𝐿 family and the last one who can use a breath technique. But the other family didn't disappear like that. They were killed by a man who was scared of our power. Izuku, the sun breathing is the strongest breath. The only breath that can kill that man. I entrust this task to you, Izuku. You're the only one who can kill him, the only one who can learn the breathing technique. I know it's a tough job, but I believe in you, and never forget that no matter what, I will always love you and be proud of you. As I was reading this, tears were running down my face. My real mother said in one letter what I always wanted to hear. So in my life, someone loved me and was proud of me. Moreover, quirkless because I can learn something more powerful. Don't worry, Mom, I will make you proud. I won't betray the trust that you put in me. Flashback. And I didn't put my hearings every day because I was scared that these beaches would them away from me. I absolutely can't lose them. When I wear them, it feels like my mom is with me. So I have everything with me. Time to leave this hell. I left a letter because I didn't want people to search for me. I wanted to say to the people I care about that I am gonna be okay. Time skip. A few hours later, I was just walking around without any real destination until I bumped into a tall man in his 30s with light red short hair and light red eyes. I immediately apologized. Izuku, I'm really sorry, mister, I didn't mean to bump into you. It's okay, young man, I'm not. He suddenly stops talking and keeps staring at me. POV. I was walking in the street when a kid bumped into me. He quickly apologized and just that is okay, but I stopped dead in my tracks. These earrings, this mark on his forehead, no, it's impossible. They all disappeared unless, tell me, kid, what is your name? He looked at him with a doubtful look. Of course, I'm a complete stranger to him, but he finally said it. My adoptive name is Izuku Yagi, but my real name is Izuku Tsujikunni. I looked at him with wide eyes. I can't believe it, he was really Maya's kid. I just pull him into a tight hug. Izuku POV. I was really surprised when he hugged me, but I feel like I can trust him, so I returned the hug. Tell me, Izuku, what are you doing outside at this hour? I then proceeded to tell him everything from the neglect to the bullying, the letter, and the breathing. As I was talking, I can see him fuming in anger. Not gonna lie, it felt kinda good that this man care about me. I see, so that's why. Tell me, kid, would you like to come live with me and my family? I can't let the child of Maya alone in the streets. I could also train you. First, how do you know her name? Second, what is your name? Third, why would you take me? And fourth, how would you train me? The man just laughed a little before replying. You're pretty intelligent for your age. Thanks, my IQ is 240 now. Please answer the question. Holy SG, you're a fing genius. Well, my name is James Vermillion. I know her name because the Vermillion and the Tsugakunni are friends for a long time, and your mother was like a big sister to me. I would like to take you because you're basically my family, even though we are not BLD related. And in my house, I have a book that explains how to use the sun breathing, but I can't open it. Only a Tsugakunni can open it, and I could train your sword. Phil. I sensed that he was saying the truth, so I don't see why I shouldn't come. I need to become stronger. Okay, then I would be in your care. Great, now let's go. Our plane is in 1 hour. Wait, plane? Where do you live? I live in Paris. I widen my eyes. I'm gonna go to France. I always dreamed to go to France. Is there a problem? Not in the slightest. I was just surprised. It's my dream to go to France. I see, it's great, then let's go. It was the beginning of my journey to become the last demon slayer and become the strongest hero. Meanwhile, with the Yagi, Toshi, Inko, and Izumi are seen in a random store. They are trying different clothes because they're going to throw a party for Izumi's birthday, and of course, the Todorokis, the Bakugos, Midnight, Present Mike, Eraser, Nizu, GT, RG would be there, so needed to make a good impression. Izumi, Mom, what do you think about this one? She was wearing a white and blue dress. Inko, you look appealing in this one, my baby. Thanks, Mom, I'm taking this one. Are you sure you don't want the other one as well? She said while pointing to a mountain of clothes. Nah, it's right, Mom, it's quite expensive. Suddenly Toshi popped out of nowhere. Stop spouting nonsense, nothing is too expensive for you. Okay, so I'm taking them all. Great. After paying, they left the store and decided to go home. After some time walking, Toshi and Inko stopped walking, so did Izumi. Toshi started to talk. Izumi, there is something that I and your mother have to say. Okay, Dad, what is it? Suddenly, her dad buffed and was now. I'm All Might and your mom is Green Majesty. Oh my god, Dad, you're All Might. I have to tell Izuku, he would absolutely freak out. No, young Izumi, you can't tell him. It has to be a secret between us. But why? She said while tilting her head to the side, trying to look cute. Because Izumi, you shall inherit my quirk. But Dad, you can't transfer a quirk, it's impossible. You see, my quirk is called One for All and I can transfer it. By the way, I'm the 8th user and you shall be the 9th. But why don't you give it to Izuku? He doesn't have a quirk, he needs it more than me. Because young Izumi, your brother doesn't have the spirit of a hero. Every day when he comes back from school and goes to his room whereas you train your body to become a hero. Okay dad, I accept. Don't worry Oni-chan, I'll become a hero for the both of us and then you would be so happy for me that you would confess your love to me. Hi. Narrator POV. Next day our protagonist just arrived in Paris after a flight that was 8 hours long. It was the first time he was taking the plane, and let's just say that it was not a pleasant experience. Izuku discovered he can't stand the plane, he just kept vomit during all fly. On the other hand, James was laughing his butt off at the view of Izuku and his struggle. Sadly he forgot to take a video. He promised himself that next time he would be ready and film everything in 4K full HD so that he could PSS off Izuku. Izuku POV. That DM in plane, I swear it's not the end, I will win next time, I won't let it be like that, I'll take my revenge like Sasuke Uchiha. Yes, I started Naruto in the plane before getting sick, and Demon It's Fire, I'll have to finish it. Can't wait to see Naruto become Hokage. And James, that bastard was laughing like there was no tomorrow. I mean if he was in my situation I would have laughed too, so I can't really blame him. Now we are in the airport, Charles de Gaulle, in Paris, and it's big, way bigger than the one we took in Japan. As I was daydreaming, James looked at me and started a conversation. James, so how was your first time on a plane? He asked with a shitty grin like Uncle Shoto 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐵𝐻. Interesting. Yes. I said with a tired voice. At least you don't feel strange in legs due to sitting because you were always throwing up in the toilet? He said with a sarcastic, you're horrible, how the F should I know that I have a fly sickness? Ha, sorry, you're right. Anyway, let's go, we have to find the car. I don't remember where I parked it, you don't remember. I'm a little airhead sometimes. I begin to regret my choice. Are you sure that you're at the head of a family that was friends of mine? I said with a playful tone. He decided to go with the flow and responded with a playful tone. Ah, you're hurting my feelings. I thought you were on my side, but it seems that the same as Maya and my wife. I didn't know you were married. Well, I am. It's been 20 years now. I also have a daughter. She's the cutest girl in the world. She will be training with you. She wants to become a hero too. I'm sure you'll get along very well with each other. I can't wait to meet them. I said with my 1,000,000 what smile. James, what the F, what's with his smile? He could illuminate the city that. James, I'm sure they would be happy to. Have you? Oh, here's the car, let's go. Right behind you. Narrator POV. Time skip. After the drive was rather calm because James was focused on the road and Izuku was sleeping since he was tired of the fly. Now Izuku is seen before James' house and we can clearly see that he was shocked. Izuku, is that really your house? It's so big, Izuku said in awe. James, yes it is. Now let's get inside, my wife is waiting inside. The two of them went inside and Izuku was once again in awe before the living room. The table was in marble, and so do the wall. There was a huge TV on the wall, a gray couch, and a huge chandelier on the ceiling. On the couch was sitting a woman who was in her 40s but was still really appealing. Long straight red hair. She was wearing a simple white shirt with a pair of briefs. She saw her husband enter the living room, get up and kiss him. Hey honey, so was your travel? She asked in a calm voice yet appealing. James, it was great. Also I brought someone. The woman then looked at the boy who was behind James. She wanted to say hi and asked who he is, but instead, she just stares at him in shock. James, is he? Yes he is. Honey, I present 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐴 Izuku, the son of 𝐒𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Maya and the last human being who can learn the sun breathing, and Izuku this is. He couldn't even finish the greetings that the woman already wrapped the boy in a hug so tight that it could be compared to the whole of a high schooler during her first time in tea. Sorry about this one, I couldn't help it. I'm so happy. I thought that you died along with your mother. I'm so happy. Where were you? Did you get adopted? Did they treat you right? If not, then I'll burn them to ashes. She said while crying tears of happiness. James, whoa, calm down Mana, you're choking him. He can't breathe nor answer your question. He says while chuckling. She then realized that the boy was turning blue, so she quickly let him go and let him breathe. Mana, I'm sorry, I was just so happy to see you that I couldn't stop myself. Izuku, it's okay. Actually, it's only the second time I receive a hug in 6 years, so I'm happy to see someone that is as happy as you. He said in a sad tone. Mana, what do you mean by that? Her tone was still calm, but one could tell that she was ordering you to talk. And so Izuku complained. He told everything about the neglect, the bullying, how he had to cook food for himself, and how he was treated. He also told her about self-harming. At this point, Mana and James were ready to take the next flight to Japan and beat the SHT out of them. After the explanation, Mana quickly pulled him into another hug and said, "Mana, I'm so sorry for all of that. I'm sorry we weren't there for you, but worry we won't let them take you away from us. Now you have a real family who loves you and would do anything to make you happy." At this point, Izuku couldn't hold his tears anymore and started to cry and return the hug. How long has it been since someone cared about him, since someone loved him, since he felt this warmth? He was beyond happy. He couldn't be happier. "Izuku, thank you so much." After a while, he finally stopped crying and broke the hug, and Mana began to introduce herself properly. "Mana, hello again Izuku-tsuji-kuni. My name is Mana Vermillion and I'm the wife of James Vermillion, the former #1 hero in France, and I am the headmistress of the 𝐻𝐮𝐸 Private Academy, also known as the best school in France. Pleasure to meet you. And what do you mean by former hero?" "Mana, I see, so he forgets to tell you. Why am I not surprised?" "James? Haha, sorry, well I'm known as the former pro hero, Blaze, but I retire and open my own business and I am pretty successful." "Izuku, I see, no wonder your house is so big, you're both successful." "Mana, yeah that's right." Suddenly the temperature of the room dropped. The reason why? Mana was smiling, but it was not a friendly smile, it was a smile that was saying run for your life. Her smile was colder than the winter in Russia. She then asked, "Now Izuku, about your self-harming, do you still continue, or did you stop?" "I stopped 1 month ago," he answered while stuttering cause he was scared for his life. Then Mana dropped the cold smile and was now in a full friendly mode. Izuku sighed in relief. "I'm sorry if I scared you, but I can't stand to see you hurt yourself. Now can you promise me that you would never do it again?" "I swear that I will never do it again, Mana." He quickly corrected himself, but unfortunately for him, Mana heard it. "Mana, you were about to say mom, right?" "Izuku, I'm sorry." But Mana didn't let him finish. "It's alright Izuku, I would love to be your mom, and I would love to be your dad." Izuku couldn't believe his ears. They wanted to be his parents. He was beyond happy. We could see the sparkle in his eyes and answer with this time not a million-watt smile but a 2 million-watt smile. Yes, I would love to have you as my parents. Thank you so much." The two adults couldn't look at him. He was brighter than the sun, and they were overjoyed. The happiness of the boy was contagious. They did a family hug. Finally, Izuku has something he can call family. A few minutes later, the door opened and an appealing girl entered the house. She was absolutely appealing. She was wearing a red uniform. You could tell that she was coming back from school. Her hair was crimson red and her eyes were the same color. Izuku was bewitched by her. She was the most appealing girl that he has ever seen. "Hey mom, hey dad, I'm home," said the crimson girl James/Mana. "Hey Stella, how was your day?" "Stella, it was great, thanks." Stella then looked at the red-haired boy and was surprised to see him, and of course, she screamed in amazement. "Stella, oh my god, is that 𝐻𝐮𝐸, the last user of the sun breath?" "Izuku, yes I am, my name is Izuku 𝐻𝐮𝐸, a pleasure to meet you." "Stella, alright, sorry my name is Stella Vermillion, it's a pleasure to meet you too Izuku, but tell me why are you here?" Her voice didn't contain bad intentions, she was just really curious. Izuku then proceeded to tell her everything. She was so angry that her hair was lifted in hair and flames could be seen in her eyes. "Stella, those beasts, I swear if see them I'll burn them so much that even their mother couldn't recognize them." Izuku let out a little chuckle. Even if she was angry, he was glad she was angry for him. "Izuku, it's okay, I don't really care about them anymore after all, I have you guys, and Stella you should work on your angry face, you're way too cute." Suddenly all the flames disappear and her face was as red as her hair and stuttered Stella Baka, why are you saying that?" she said while looking away. "Because it's the truth, you're really cute," he said while blushing a little. "Stella, I see, thank you, you're cute too," she said while looking away. The parents were watching this and couldn't help but think one thing, James, so they have a crush on each other, that's good for them. Mana, grandchildren, Stella, but I need to find you a nickname. Don't get me wrong, I love your name but I don't want to call you the same way as these 𝐬𝐬𝗟𝗘. Izuku, I'm fine with it. Do you have something in mind? She started muttering Stella, well Izuku, Izuku, Stella, Icky, I gonna call you Icky? How is it? She was a little stressed because she wanted her 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽. That the boy would like his surname. Izuku. Icky. I love it thank you Stella. Stella sighed in relief, she was glad he liked his nickname. Mana, Icky, it's kinda cute, I'm gonna call you the same way. James, yeah I'm gonna do that too, Icky, suit yourself, Mom, Dad, Mana, it's getting pretty late. Stella could you make a tour of the house for Icky, then we would go out to eat to celebrate his arrival, Stella. Okay Mom come on Icky, I'm coming. They left the living room and went around the house, leaving the two adults alone in the living room and starting a discussion. Mana, you saw it too right. James, these two have a huge crush on each other. It's the first time that I see Stella act like that. Mana, true, so are you feeling about it? James, honestly, I'm glad. I'm sure these two are perfect for each other. Besides it's in the tradition that the son of the 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 has to marry the daughter of the 𝐵 so if they love each other it's perfect, Mana. And here I thought you were gonna act the same you did to those who proposed to her. James, these guys were only after her money or her future body but I can see in Icky's eyes that won't do something like, Mana. I couldn't agree more. Meanwhile Icky and Stella Icky POV Stella was giving me a tour of the house and Demon it's amazing, there's literally everything, a garden, a pool, a training field, a shower in each bedroom, a relaxation room, a game room, a jacuzzi, and the bedrooms were way bigger than my former room in the Yagi household. Time skip after dinner narrator POV Icky and Stella were hanging out in Stella's room. They were talking about what they like, what they want to be in the future, what they hate, and what they do in their free time. As time was passing, the two of them realized that they have a lot in common. They couldn't help but smile at each other. They only met a few hours ago but they could tell that it didn't matter. They learn a lot from each other. Izuku learned that Stella wanted to become a hero, that she had a very powerful fire quirk, that she loved Japanese food, especially katsudon, and that she is sometimes childish but she can be very mature too. On the other way, Stella learned that the boy was also aiming to become a hero even though he was quirkless. She respected that side of him a lot, the fact that he never gave up and chased his dreams. Izuku loved the fact that Stella didn't care about him quirkless, she was interested in him for who he is and Stella loved he was looking at her. She may be 10 but her eyes already started to change. Every day she could feel the stare of the boys and she hated it. She also hated the fact that people thought that she was a genius, that she was powerful only thanks to her quirk without training but Izuku was different. He was looking at her eyes, not at her body, and he was really impressed by her. Hard work. The people he knew had a strong quirk and didn't even train whereas Stella was stronger than them but she was still training. The two of them could clearly think the same thing at the same time. I love him, her, Izuku POV. It's been a few days since I left my so-called family and started living with my new family, the 𝐵, and if I had to describe in one word my new life, I would say awesome. They did so much for me in 1 week than the Yagi in 6 years. The biggest event was my birthday. You see, since I've never had a birthday in 6 years, I forgot the date of it. The 𝐵 were quite sad about it and angry. Stella and Mana were ready to go to Japan right away, but then I told them that in the box which contained the letter and the earrings, there was also my 𝐵 certificate with my real 𝐵 date and it also proved that I was the son of 𝐒𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 and not theirs. And the Yagi so legally I'm not their son, so even if they were to find me or try to take me back, which I highly doubt, they don't the right to do so. So I celebrated my birthday 2 days ago. Lucky for me, I'm born on the 24th and I started living in Paris on the 22nd. It was so amazing that I cried with joy. Stella also brought 2 of her friends, well her only friends, their names were Shizuku Kurigane, a small girl with white hair and green eyes, and Nagi Arijuan but we call him Alice, a man with pinky hair and eyes the same color. I don't know why but I get a feeling that I should not share a room with him. Right now I'm in front of Dad in a training room because today I'm starting my training. I was wearing regular sports clothes and James was wearing the same. He then talked. James, okay, so today we're starting your physical training while Stella is at school and when she comes back, we'll start the training with a sword. Any questions so far? He asked me. Izuku, no I'm good Dad, I answered, feeling confident. James, oh, you don't seem to be an afraid kid, Izuku. Well, even though I don't how you're gonna train me, it's not like I've never worked out, so I think I'm gonna be okay. James, I swear you're not ready for what's coming, he said while grinning. So starting today, you will have to do 1,000 push-ups, 1,000 pull-ups, 10,000 squats, run 20 kilometers, and finally lift some weights. Then we'll work on your sword skill. And when I think that you're ready, I'll give you the book which contains all the sun-breathing techniques and how to use them that your mother entrusted to us. Sadly, I couldn't help you with it because only 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 can read the content of the book. Easy, right? It's not too much, right? You can do it, right? He said while smirking like a madman. Not too much. Not too much. I know that I said I was going to be okay, but boo-hoo. What the F is that? Does he want me to die? Of course, it's way too much, but there is no way in hell I'm gonna say it. Look at his face, he's enjoying it, but I know that he's only doing it for my sake. It's just that he's a 𝐻𝐵 who loves to hurt people or see people getting hurt. What a beach. Izuku, to be honest, I think that it's going to be difficult, that my body will cry, that I would want to stop in the middle, but I promise you that I'm not gonna slack off, Dad. After my little speech, I could see a smile forming on his face. James, that's the spirit, son. Never give up and always go forward. That's how you're getting stronger. Now get the F up and go train now. Ding, he switched from a father to my coach faster than my former parents turned their back on me after learning that I was quirkless. Well, I should start now. I got up and did a military pose and screamed, "Yes, coach." And then my training started. Well, if you can call it training, in my words, I would say that it was hell. It felt like my soul was leaving my body and that my limbs were dead. And this, without the training with 𝐴𝐶𝐷, to learn how to use a sword, I had to repeat the same movements over and over again. My hands hurt so much that at some point I didn't feel anything in them. Wait, because it's not finished, I also had to fight 𝐶𝐷 every day, and let's just say that it was not glorious. She wiped the floor with me. But it was kinda great. I'm not saying that I liked getting my butt whipped on the floor, but every time we fought, I could feel that I was getting closer and closer to her. Not gonna lie, it was a great feeling. But it's not the right time. Right now I need to get stronger so I can work on the sun breathing and be ready for the entrance exam of UA in 4 years and 5 years. Time skip 2 years later. Izuku is now 13. Izuku POV. It's been 1 year since I started training with James and 𝐶𝐷. I can now keep up with 𝐶𝐷. Obviously, she is still better than me, but unlike in the beginning, now I winning some match against her. You should have seen her face for the first time. She was so happy for me that she hugged me for 5 minutes straight. After realizing what she was doing, she let go and apologized, but I shrugged it off, saying that I enjoyed it. Her reaction was priceless. Her face was so red that smoke could be seen on the top of her head. Then I love to tease her. She's also jealous of the fact that I can stay at home and train all day because I don't have to go to school since I've finished the curriculum of the best university in the world. Of course, when I said that to my parents, they didn't believe me. I then showed them my diplomas, and they were so shocked that they couldn't utter a word. Since that day, I tutored 𝐶𝐷 because she wanted to improve in school. Well, she was already smart, but I guess she wanted to catch up to me, which is impossible, but if it makes her happy, then why not? Right now I'm with 𝐶𝐷 and we're waiting for Shizuku and Alice. We decided to hang out today because it's the last day of school for them and the start of summer vacation. While we were waiting, 𝐶𝐷 and I were talking about everything and nothing. After a few minutes, they finally arrived and we all went to a Nico cafe. Mainly the girls, Alice and me were following them. We arrived at the cafe, took our seats and ordered. While we were waiting for our orders to come, a cat was feeling tired and couldn't find a better to sleep than the top of my head. Alice and Shizuku and laughing and took pictures. Meanwhile 𝐶𝐷 got a nosebleed. I don't know why, so I gave her a tissue. I wonder what she was thinking. Meanwhile 𝐶𝐷 POV. Holy st, how can someone be so cute and so hot at the same time? Back to Izuku POV. After eating and drinking in the cafe, we decided to leave and decided to go to the cinema. That's a good idea since there is a new movie that I wanted to see, so I need to ask what we are going to see. Izuku, hey guys. Shizuku, something the matter? Icky, no, it's just I was wondering what movie we're going to watch. Alice, well, I didn't think about it. What about you girls? 𝐶𝐷, I don't know what are the movies in the cinemas. Shizuku, me neither. We should just check when we arrive. So they don't know. Good, now I need to propose the movie that I want to watch. 𝐻𝐿, well actually there is a movie that we could watch. They looked at me expecting me to continue. 𝐻𝐿, the new Conjuring is out now so we could see this one. Alice, I forgot about this one, I wanted to see it too. Shizuku, yeah, I loved the first one so I need to see this one too. Great, it seems that they want to see it too, but that is strange. Stella didn't say anything. I decided to look at her and she seemed to be a little uncomfortable. 𝐻𝐿, are you okay, Stella? I asked since I was worried about her. Stella, it's just that I'm not good with a horror movie, but I don't want to be a burden, so I'm just gonna tag along. So that's why. Well, I have an idea and I could tease her as well. 𝐻𝐿, it's okay Stella, if you're scared during the movie I could hold your hand so can calm down. I said, and she blushed immediately after my statement. God damn, she's just too easy to tease. Stella, why? Why are saying that, baka? 𝐻𝐿, because this way you won't be scared by the movie. Stella, thank you. Time skip at the cinema. Narrator POV. The group of friends arrived at the cinema, some popcorn, and went to the room where the movie was broadcast. During the movie, Stella was holding 𝐻𝐿's hand and didn't let it go no matter what. She also buried her face in his shoulder. In the end, Stella didn't say much of the movie since she was buried in 𝐻𝐿's shoulder and 𝐻𝐿 was only looking at Stella. He couldn't help it, she was so appealing that the movie became boring. Of course, it did not go unnoticed by Shizuku and Alice. After the movie, the two of them pretended that their parents needed them and left Stella and 𝐻𝐿 alone. Stella then apologized. Stella, I'm sorry for what I did in the cinema. She said while blushing. 𝐻𝐿, it's okay, besides, to be honest, I didn't even watch the movie, I was just watching you so I guess we're even, he said while blushing to Stella. I see. 𝐻𝐿, we should go, it's getting late. Stella, yeah, you're right, and so they decided to go home. On their way they decided to pass through a park which was illuminated with lights along the road. Trees were shining like a spectacle of lights. After seeing such a appealing sight, 𝐻𝐿 thought that he wouldn't get a better chance to do what he was waiting for, so he decided to do it. He was walking behind Stella and called her 𝐻𝐿. Stella, she stopped walking and looked back at 𝐻𝐿. Yes, 𝐻𝐿. Stella, it's been 2 years now since we know each other, and I just wanted to say that since we know each other, you never cared about my past, me being quirkless. I love when you smile, I love when you're mad at me but still acting cute, and I love you since our first encounter. So Stella, will you go out with me? He finally asked. After 2 years, he finally had the ball to ask her out. He was waiting for a response, but instead, Stella rushed to, put her arms around his neck, and kissed him. 𝐻𝐿 was surprised but soon reciprocated the kiss. After a while they broke the kiss. Stella, yes, of course I will go out with you, she said, and they were hugging each other. 𝐻𝐿, Stella, yeah 𝐻𝐿, she said, her head buried in his chest. I love you too. And so the young couple was born, and their love for each other would only grow stronger day after day. And 𝐻𝐿's life was getting so much better with Stella alongside him. He was beyond happy. We could easily say that he was the happiest man on earth. But on the other side of the world, a family was still devastated by the loss of their son and brother. But to understand, we have to go back in time. Flashback 2 years ago, Izumi birthday. Narrator POV. It was supposed to be a good day. The party was ready and the guests were there. We could see the Bakugos, the Todorokis minus Tuya, Natsuo, and Fuyumi, the Yagis, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, Eraser, 𝐴𝐻𝐿. They were chatting until Rey pointed something out. Rey, hey guys, where is Izuku? It's been a while since I saw him. Enjoy? Yeah, you're right, where is he? Toshi, he should be in his room. Next, Eraser and 𝐴𝐻𝐿 were getting suspicious. Rey, I'm gonna check on him. And so she went to his room, opened the door, and was welcomed with dust and a strong scent of BLD. The scent was so strong that the guests smelled it too and went to his room and were shocked. Bandages filled with BLD could be seen in the trash can, razor blades on the desk next to the letter. Aizawa immediately grabbed the letter and started reading it out loud. The letter, Hey Toshi and Inko, or should I say but Might and Beach Majesty, and yes, I know who you are, but it's not important now. I wrote this letter to say that I'm leaving this Fing house. I can't take any more, all the neglect I go through every Fing day, the beating that I receive every Fing day from my shitty sister, Katsuki and Katsumi. Why am I neglected and bullied, you may ask? Because I'm Fing quirkless. All of that because of something that I couldn't even control. Also, I know that you're not even my real parents. I found the box that you hide in the basement, and I wonder if you were even planning to give it to me. I already knew that you weren't my real parents. But I needed proof. Fortunately, inside the box was all the proof that I needed. Also, Shoto and Shoko, even though you were with them and didn't say anything, you never said anything to break my mind and never really hurt me. It was mostly superficial, so I don't hold a grudge against you. I don't hate you and I forgive you. But for Toshi, Inko, Izumi, Katsuki, and Katsumi, that's another story. I hate each of you with a burning passion hotter than endeavor flames. Don't even try to search me, though I'm not sure if you would even try. I'm saying it in case you wouldn't find me. Especially you, Uncle Shota, you already lack sleep, so don't waste your time. Now you certainly saw the razor blades, so I'ma say it now. Yes, I cut myself, but I stopped 1 month ago, so don't worry. Uncle Nizu, I know you're angry, but please do not take the recommendations away from Shoto and Shoko. Also, I have an IQ of 240, so you won't find me, but I will see you at the entrance exam of UA. I said all I wanted to say, so goodbye, beach. As Aizawa was reading the letter, the people in the room were getting angrier and angrier. Soon he finished the letter. Inko, Izumi and Katsumi were crying like little beach. Katsuki and Toshi were as white as snow. Gran Torino and Aizawa were ready to throw some punch. Rei and Enji were scolding Shoto and Shoko, but since Izuku forgave them, it was in sort okay. On the other hand, Mitsuki was beating the SHT out of Katsuki and Katsumi. Nizu was angry but still loved the drama occurring before his eyes. Soon the commotion died and they were all in the living room. Nizu started to talk. Nizu, so I'm going to be direct. Is it true? The children, yes, they said while looking down. Nizu, okay, so Izumi, Katsuki, Katsumi, I'm taking your recommendations back and you would have to work for the municipality. All might and green majesty, in 5 years you would start working in UA without getting paid and you would work for the municipality too. Did I make myself clear? However, they didn't respond. Myself. Clear, he said with the scariest tone they've ever heard. Yes. Next, now Shoto and Shoko, you're lucky that Izuku talked in your favor because I will just give you an advertisement, okay? Shoto and Shoko, okay. Nizu, now that's settled, everyone go home please. Inko, but what about my baby? She said while crying. Aizawa, beach please, you never have the right to call him that. I won't do anything. He's right, even if we tried to find him, we couldn't. Nizu, he's right, I already knew that he was a genius, but 240 IQ, no, we wouldn't find him, and besides, and doesn't want to be found. He can handle himself, so let it go. With these last words, they went home, leaving the Yagis broken and covered in shame. Serve them right. Narrator POV. Ikki is now 15. He has been dating Stella for 2 years. They're doing fine. Stella is in high school and she's without contest the best student both in academics and in sports. She's known as the princess of the school. She's admired by guys and girls. So when the news of her dating someone spread out, the whole campus was in ebullition and people were dying to know the truth. Stella decided to answer their questions and confirmed that she had a boyfriend. They immediately asked for a photo of her boyfriend. Stella showed them a photo of Ikki. All of them were dying on the ground. The girls were jealous of Stella for having such a hot boyfriend. Do you get it? Sun breathing. Okay, I'm out. And the boys were jealous of Ikki for going out with their princess. But what they all agree on is that they were really cute together. During these 2 years, with the help of his father, Ikki started his own business of heroes supplies. His business is now the second best in France behind the one of his father. Ikki is now a lot more confident. With the help of his parents, his girlfriends, and his friends, he's now able to apprehend a huge crowd with ease. If you're wondering about the teasing with Stella, he was able to do it because he felt comfortable with her, but he was still uncomfortable with strangers. Now he's good. When Ikki and Stella announced their relationship to their parents, their father was chill about it and their mother was crying tears of joy and asking when she would have grandbabies. No need to say that the young couple was a blushing mess. Right now it's the morning and we can see Stella sleeping on Ikki's chest and muttering some words. Stella, Ikki. Babies. Sadly for her, Ikki was awake and listened to everything, so obviously, he decided to mess with her. Ikki, Stella, what babies are you talking about? He asked in a gentle tone. Stella answered his question but was still sleep-talking. Stella, ours babies. Icky, and how many children do we have, babe? He was clearly messing with her but he loved it anyway. Stella, the twins. They're appealing. Icky, what's their name and can you describe them to me please? Stella, our baby girl. Does Maya? She has my hair. But your eyes. And our baby boy is named Shoto. He has your hair but my eyes. Remarking the time, Icky decided to stop messing with her and wake her up. He gently caressed her hair and murmured in her ear. Icky, wake up my little princess, he said, then kissed her forehead. Realization hit her as she understood that she was talking the whole time to her boyfriend. She woke up immediately and blushed in embarrassment. Stella, Icky, what was I talking about? Icky, you were talking about our babies, it was really cute. He answered while chuckling a little. Stella was now redder than a tomato but calmed down soon after. Icky, anyway, good morning my crimson princess, he greeted with his sweetest smile. Stella, good morning my crimson prince, she greeted back with a warmed smile. Icky, since it's Saturday, what do you want to do today? Stella, what about a date? It's been a while since the last one. Sure, I would love to, let's go wash up, eat breakfast, dress up and we'll be good to go but first. He said as he started kissing Stella, and so they got up and did their morning routine. Icky cooked the breakfast since his parents were already off to work. He learned how to cook in Japan since his mother didn't do it for him. Icky was now washing the dishes while Stella was taking a shower. After a while, he decided to go check on her, so he reached their room and opened the door, and was greeted by Stella in her underwear. Even though Icky was confident with her, seeing her in her underwear was a different matter. He was a blushing mess and stuttered while apologizing. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to peep on you. Stella too was a blushing mess but didn't try to hide her assets. Stella, it's okay. I know you're not that type of guy. Icky then went out of the room to let Stella get dressed. We could see them now in front of Icky's car. Yes, he has his license, cause 240 IQ. Icky, still can't believe that dad offered me a car for my birthday. Stella, well, what were you expecting? You got your license, your business is doing well, and you finally mastered all the movements of the sun breath. Yeah, I don't like training arc and bullshit like this. So during the 2 years time skip, he became an experiment swordsman and mastered the sun breath. Don't worry, next chapter will be info about his new abilities and Stella's too. Icky, yeah, I guess you're right, Stella, and besides, you're not like these teenagers who stay in their room all day like. Author-san. Author, oi, first you break the fourth wall and now you insult me, do you want to disappear? Stella, sorry author-san, author, you do better. Soon they arrived at the mall. They decided to go to the clothes store to buy some clothes. On their way, the boys and girls were blushing at the sight of the hottest couple in the world. Do I overuse this joke? Yes, am I going to continue? Yes, soon they entered the store and tried different clothes. The first one was Stella, wearing a red skirt, white shirt under a wheat jacket. Stella, what do you think about this one? Icky, you're stunning, Stella, he said with a smile. Stella, thank you. Icky, now it's your turn. Icky, okay, let me see what I can get. And so he went to search for something that he liked until he saw something that was quite good. This should be fine, he muttered to himself. He took the clothes and went to the changing room. Icky, are you ready, Stella? Stella, I am. And so he showed himself to Stella and she couldn't utter a single word. He was wearing a black suit vest with a white shirt, black briefs and tie. Icky, is it really that bad? He asked while scratching the back of his head. Stella, no. Suddenly all the eyes were on her. She apologized to the customers and turned back to Icky. Stella, it's just that you were so handsome that I didn't know what to say, she said, clearly embarrassed. Icky brightened up as his girlfriend loved his outfit. Icky, I see, I'm glad you like it. I'm gonna take it. After paying, they left the store. They were sitting to rest a little when Stella's stomach growled. Icky, we should go eat lunch. Stella, excellent idea. And so they made their way to a Japanese restaurant. Icky ordered soba and Stella ordered katsudon. Soon their order arrived and began to eat. Stella, Icky, a problem, Stella. Stella, no, it's just our parents aren't here tonight, right? Icky, yeah, they said they were invited over to a friend's place and since it's far away, they're going to sleep there. Why? Stella, Well, since they won't be there, we could watch a movie in the living room while cuddling, she said while looking away. 𝐻𝐿𝐮𝐻, yeah, I love the idea of having you in my arms for hours. They finished their meal, ordered desserts, and both of them were getting a crepe. While Stella was eating, 𝐻𝐿𝐮 couldn't take his eyes out of her and kept staring at her as her eyes were closed, quietly and cutely enjoying her dessert. Stella, is there something on my face, 𝐻𝐿𝐮? 𝐻𝐿𝐮, no, it's just that you're really appealing and asking myself how I got so lucky. Hearing that, Stella tried to shake it off by putting a lock of hair behind her hair, but her blush was too bright to be missed. Stella, thank you, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, you're sweeter than my crepe, but sometimes I'm asking the same question to myself since I'm reckless, sometimes not really feminine, and I'm a little insecure about my body since I have more muscles than a normal girl, so sometimes I'm getting scared of the idea of you leaving me, she said while looking down and on the verge of tears. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Stella, look at me. She complained and looked at him, then she felt a pair of lips on hers. 𝐻𝐿𝐮 was kissing and she started to reciprocate it. After 20 seconds, he broke the kiss and looked. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Stella, it's true that you're a little reckless, that sometimes you're more acting like a boy, that you have more muscles than other girls, but you know what? He said while looking into her eyes, not breaking eye contact, and started to put on the best smile he could. That's why I love you. I love how you, when you have an idea, you won't go back even though it's not really a good idea. I love your bluntness. I love how you act like a boy sometimes cause it's really cute. I love your body. Those muscles suit you perfectly, and besides, those melons of yours are hella secretary. So never let yourself down because of your insecurities or what people say about you. They're just jealous, and to me, you'll always be the most appealing and the sexiest girl on earth, and that will never change. His words were full of emotions, his smile and eyes were filled with love, and honestly, Stella, who saw that her boyfriend was being honest and didn't a single lie, let out some tears before calming down. Stella, thank you, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, it means a lot, really, a lot. I love you, my crimson prince, she said with a cute smile. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, you don't need to thank me. I'm only saying the truth, and I love you too, my crimson princess. They then asked for the bill, and it was the boss of the restaurant who brought it to them. They knew him since their parents were friends with him. His name was Michael. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, hey Michael, it's been a while, how are you? Michael, I've been doing good, what you kids? Stella, we are doing fine, thanks for asking. Michael, no problem, but hey 𝐻𝐿𝐮, how about you sing a song for the customers? It's been a while since last time. I'll give you a discount. Stella, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, do it, I want to hear you sing. Sure, anything for my princess. I'm gonna sing something to prove you my point again about our discussion. And so 𝐻𝐿𝐮 went to the stage and started to sing. Music starts, girl. I could stay awake to watch you every time you sleep, and baby, it's a shame that you don't see just what I see. You wonder what I think of you without your makeup on when you wake up and your hair's a mess. That's when I love you the most. You can put your fears aside cause there's nothing left to hide, baby, cause all of me love all of you for the rest of my life, girl. When I look into your face, nothing's ever going to change cause you'll always be appealing to me, and one day when we're old and gray, my love for you will stay the same cause you'll always be appealing to me. You could take my breath away with nothing but my t-shirt on, I know what's underneath. Girl, you don't need to cover up, I can see it in your eyes. You've got your insecurities, but the way I feel for you is deeper than the eyes can see. You can put your fears aside cause there's nothing left to hide, baby, cause all of me love all of you for the rest of my life, girl. When I look into your face, nothing's ever going to change cause you'll always be appealing to me, and one day when we're old and gray, my love for you will stay the same cause you will always be appealing to me. As 𝐻𝐿𝐮 finished the song, the customer was now cheering for 𝐻𝐿𝐮. This showed how much they liked it. He left the scene and get hugged by Stella, saying to him that it was amazing. They paid for their meal and finally left the restaurant. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, we should go home, it's getting pretty late and I'm kinda tired. Stella, oh babe, I can assure you that you're not sleeping tonight. And so they decided to end their date and go home. Now they're in the living room, watching 86. If you haven't watched it, go watch it after finishing this chapter. While cuddling and making out on the couch. Soon night came and Stella got up. Stella, 𝐻𝐿𝐮 comes to our room in 10 minutes. 𝐻𝐿𝐮 nodded his head and Stella went to their room. After 10 minutes, he left the living room and went to see Stella. As he opened the door, he saw her girlfriend, in her underwear, but this time, she was laying on their bed and looking at him with lustful eyes. Stella, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, come and claim me, she said in a stuck tone. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, are you sure you this, Stella? Stella, yeah, I'm sure. I can't wait anymore, I need you. Lemon warning lemon starts lemon and so 𝐬𝐿 went towards the bed, took his shirt off, pinned Stella on the bed and kissed her. The kiss soon turned into a make-out session. Both of them wanted to do more. So 𝐬𝐿 broke the kiss and made his way to her neck, biting her and giving her hickeys. Stella was miming louder and louder every time he was biting her. Stella, 𝐬𝐿. I don't know why but I love it when you bite me. She said between 𝐬𝐿. Oh, so my Stella is 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐿. Well, I guess it fits with my sadistic side. He said with a smile as sadistic as midnight. He then stopped biting her neck, removed her BR, and started liking and biting her NPL and pinching the other one. Stella was breathing heavily due to the constant teasing. She was about to come but 𝐬𝐿 stopped before she could. Stella. 𝐬𝐿. Why did you stop? 𝐬𝐿, because you thought you could come so easily while your emperor hasn't yet? He said with his sadistic tone. Now get on your knees, you slut. He ordered her. Stella had done her best to hide it but she loved being treated that way by her boyfriend. She was clearly a 𝐶𝐻𝑒st deep in her soul. She then did as she was ordered, and was now on the edge of the bed and 𝐬𝐿 was standing in front of her, his PP in front of her. 𝐬𝐿, you know what to do, right? Now take off my breathes, my underwear, and start sking it with your salty mouth, you beach. Stella, yes. Stella was in trance. She didn't complain and she called him 𝐶𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. She was now his pet, being on like a dog. She then removed his breathes and underwear, and was now in front of his 10-inch 𝐂𝐻𝐿 pages. She was in awe in front of it. She was already thinking of how it would feel inside of her. 𝐬𝐿, what are you waiting for? Be a good dog and obey your emster. She started liking the side of his PP like ice cream while playing with his ball. Couldn't hold it any longer. She put it in her mouth and started going back and forth. Obviously, she couldn't take all of it but she was still capable of taking half of it. 𝐬𝐿 put his hand on her head signaling that he was feeling good. But this was not his only goal. He then grabbed her hair and moved his PP deep in her throat. In his surprise, there wasn't any GG reflex, which was really great for him. Stella stopped sking and let him fed her salty mouth. As he was putting his PP deep in her throat, she was playing with her melons and fingering herself. After a while, 𝐬𝐿 was about to come but warned Stella. 𝐬𝐿, you have to swallow everything, if you don't I'll punish you. And he came inside of her mouth, deep in her throat. Unfortunately or fortunately, she wasn't able to swallow everything as some cum left her mouth and was sinking over her body. 𝐬𝐿, so you choose to disobey me, you've got some guts but I'll punish you. Stella was looking forward to the punishment. She was a slut who loved getting ordered around by her boyfriend and only him. He then turned her around, pressed her head against the mattress, raised her butt and put his PP at her entrance, and was caressing her. Stella couldn't take the teasing anymore. Stella, please. Put it in. She asked, but it was not enough for her MSTR. 𝐬𝐿, this is not good, my dog. You have to properly beg for it or else I won't give it to you, he stated as he stopped teasing her. Stella, who was a bit panicked, started begging. Stella, please give this 𝐶𝐿𝐷 your godly PP, I beg you to put it in. She said in her salty voice. It was enough for 𝐬𝐿 as he moved his PP into her in one move, going all the way. She wasn't bleeding since her hymn was already broken due to her training. And so they began to F. Every time his PP penetrated her and reached her WMB, Stella felt as if her mind was going blank. The only thing she could think of was the pleasure her emser was giving to her. But 𝐬𝐿 had an idea to intensify their fun. He then grabbed both of her twin tails and pulled them towards him. This way he could go deeper into her salty girlfriend, and Stella was getting a lot more pleasure from being fed and being hurt by the man she loved. They continued their play for 40 minutes and they were now reaching climax. 𝐬𝐿, Stella. I'm leaking. He said while miming Stella, inside. Come inside me, babe. Ah. She screamed between ends, both climax together. 𝐬𝐿 and Stella fall over the bed and were breathing heavily, tired from their wild first time together. They cuddle together and say to each other, Stella, I love you, 𝐬𝐿, 𝐬𝐿, I love you, Stella, and then fall asleep in each other's arms. Narrator POV. It's been 1 week since our lovebirds shared their first time, and their parents knew that they did the deed. Because Stella was unable to walk for 3 days straight since we can't say that 𝐻𝐿𝐮𝐻𝐿 went easy on her, so he had to carry her around the house because for her it was his fault even though she's the one who asked for it, but he executed cause he didn't want to feel her wrath. He was stronger than her, but when she was mad, she could destroy a city in one swing. Right now they're in front of their parents because 𝐻𝐿𝐮 announced that he wanted to go back to Japan to try the UA entrance exam, which was in 10 months, and Stella wanted to accompany him. James, are you sure you want to go back? You can still go to the best school in France and it's just behind UA in the world's ranking. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, yeah, I'm sure of it. It's been my dream school since I was a kid and I know I'm going to ace the exam. James, aren't you scared of seeing them again? You know that all Might and Green Majesty are going to be teachers there. He asked. It would have been normal since all the bad things they did to him, but the young man has already made up his mind. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, of course, I would rather not see them again, but I would not let them block me and my dream again. And besides, nothing is scarier than you during training or Stella when she's angry. His statement earned him a chuckle from his mother, a small smile from his father, and a pout from his lovely girlfriend. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Stella, right now you're not scary but really cute. Stella, of course I'm cute and you're lucky to have someone like me in your life, she said while puffing her 𝐴 is truth chest. By the way, which side are you on? Flat is justice, medium is premium, 𝐴 is truth, thighs save lives, lowly is policy, all size makes the hood rise. I'm waiting for your answers, 𝐻𝐿𝐮. You're right, I'm lucky to have you and I won't change you for anything in the world because I love you, Stella. All 𝐻𝐿𝐮, I feel the same, I won't change you anything in the world either. I love you, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, and they shared a kiss, ignoring their surrounding until their mother made them stop. Mana, ahem. At the sound of their mother, both of them stopped and looked away while blushing and clearly embarrassed. 𝐻𝐿𝐮/Stella, sorry, James, ha, you two are adorable. They remind me of us when we were young, don't think so, Mana? Mana? Chuckle, I must agree with you, darling, but we should go back to the topic, James, right? Mana, so 𝐻𝐿𝐮, you want to go back to Japan and Stella, you want to follow him, am I right? 𝐻𝐿𝐮, yes, Stella, that's right, I don't to be separated from him. Mana, I see, I don't have any problem with that, but you two will have to be engaged so that I can let you go. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, okay, that won't be a problem. Stella, I don't mind. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, wait, what? Stella, wait. Mana, you heard me right, you two have to be engaged. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, but aren't we young to be engaged? Mana, it's not a problem, it's not like I asked you to marry each other right now, you could do that after graduation. Stella, but why? James, for 2 reasons. The first is that in the tradition, the son of the 𝐬𝐿𝐮 has to marry the daughter of the Vermilion. It has been like that for a very long time now. 3 Mana. And the second is that you two have already had 𝐶 and you'll be living together and alone. I don't want Stella to 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼 while you're not engaged. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, well, it's a big decision. Mana, are you saying you don't want to? 𝐻𝐿𝐮, I didn't say that. I love Stella with all my heart and I know she's the one I want to grow old with, so I don't have any problem with it, but I don't want to force Stella into a decision. Mana, so Stella, what's your decision? Stella, I love 𝐻𝐿𝐮 too and I can't see myself with someone else, so I don't have any problem with it. I would love to. 𝐻𝐿𝐮 and Stella looked at each other and hugged each other. A few seconds they broke the hug but were still holding hands. Mana, I see. I'm happy for you, I'm gonna get something to wait for a bit. She got up and went to search for something. Meanwhile, James was looking at the couple with warm eyes. James, you've come a long way, both of you. I'm really proud of you but still a little sad that my princess is growing so much. Stella, thank you, Dad, but don't worry, we will come back to see you again. Besides, I'll always be your little princess, she said with a big smile. James, I know you will, and 𝐻𝐿𝐮, I thought you to use your power to protect the others, so please, I know she's strong, but please, if she needs it, protect Stella. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, don't worry, Dad, if she calls for my help, I'll be there for her. James, I'm glad you came into our life, 𝐻𝐿𝐮. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, the feeling is mutual, I couldn't dream of a better family. Mana then came back while carrying a little box. Mana, here, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, she gave him the box. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, what's that? Mana, open it. He then opened the box. He saw a peeling ring adorned with a red diamond. 𝐻𝐿𝐮, it's appealing, Mom. Mana, it's the same as your mother, sadly it's just a replica, the real one was with her. I'm sorry, 𝐻𝐿𝐮, Don't apologize, it's appealing and it means a lot. He then shows his hand to Stella, wanting her to pass her own hand to him, which she did. Stella, are you sure you want to use this one, 𝐻𝐻𝐿? It's really precious for you. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, you're right, it's really precious to me, which is why I put it on the finger of the most precious girl in my eyes. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 then puts the ring on her finger, which formalizes their engagement. Mana, and now you two are officially engaged. Congratulations. She said with a smile. 𝐻𝐻𝐿/Stella, thanks mom. Time skip Japan. 𝐻𝐻𝐿's POV. I'm now in front of the house that I bought thanks to the money I earned with my enterprise and where I'm going to live with Stella from now on, and not gonna lie, it's been great. Even Stella, who lived in a bigger mansion for her whole life, was amazed in front of it. Stella, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, this house is amazing. I've always wanted to live in something like that. 𝐻𝐻𝐿, chuckle, I'm glad you like it. Now come on, we have to see the inside. And so they entered the house and it was a masterclass. Everything was modern and appealing. Pure white along with black and wooden furniture. After the round of the house, I started making dinner with Stella. We made something simple since we were tired of the travel. After eating, we went straight to sleep and we were cuddling with each other. It was a feeling that I wish to always feel, her warmth. Stella, good night 𝐻𝐻𝐿, love you 𝐻𝐻𝐿, good night princess, love you too, and we fall asleep. Stella POV. It's been 1 week since we moved in with 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Not gonna lie, at first I was a little scared since a lot of couples break up after started living together, but all my worries were erased as I saw how we were doing. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 was the one in charge of cooking since I don't know how to, and his cooking is better than most of 5 stars restaurant, but I want to learn it too since I want to cook for him. He also showed me around the city during a date. He won me a plush in an arcade which was really cute. I called him Teddy. Right now I'm outside on my way home because I bought some accessories for the house. I'm alone since 𝐻𝐻𝐿 was at the convenience store to buy some ingredients for today's dinner. I can't wait to see what he's going to make. Just thinking about it makes me salivate. I was passing under a bridge when suddenly a weird creature appeared behind me. Sludge villain, a medium-sized shield. It seems that I'm lucky today. Stella, listen man, I'm not someone who judges others, but you're disgusting. I know it's bad to judge people, but look at him. He looks like a bad character from 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Don't worry, just let it go. I'll make sure to absorb you peacefully. Let it go. Absorb you. Because that bastard thinks he can touch me with those weird sticky tentacles. The only one who can touch me is 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Now that I think about it, we didn't do it since we moved in. I want him to touch me. Maybe that's not the best moment to think about that. Stella, do you really think I'll let myself go to some weird SHT slime? It was not a question but an order. He then rushed at me trying to attack me. Keyword, trying. The moment he moved, I summoned my sword, dashed at him and cut him in several slices, and put him in a bottle I found on the ground. As I was finished, I saw All Might trying to act like a hero. All Might, fear not, citizen, because I'm Stella late, I corrected him. I know that this bastard is one of the people who made 𝐻𝐻𝐿's life a nightmare, so I don't respect him, not as human nor as a hero. All Might, I see. Are you the one who beat him? Stella, are you seeing someone else besides me here? Dimmin, he's an butt and a dumbass. How the F did he manage to become the #1 hero? All Might, congratulations young girl, but you must hand me the bottle so I can take him to the police. All Might POV. It was the first time a little girl talked to me like that. Does she hate me? Nah, it's impossible, people love me. She gave me the bottle and as I was leaving she called me. Stella, wait, here it is, she must want an autograph. All Might, yes, Stella. I have someone that I hold in my heart that wants to become a hero even though he's quirkless. Do you think he can do it? It reminds me of Izuku. If I told him to not give up on his dream, he would still be here, but it's still dangerous. All Might, no, it's impossible. Hero is a dangerous job, and if you don't have a quirk you can't defend yourself. I said. Then I left Stella POV so that bastard didn't change. Even after all that happened, he still thinks that the quirk makes the hero. Disgusting. I feel sorry for you 𝐻𝐻𝐿. You had to live with people like that, but don't worry, now I'm by your side. I'll always believe in you no matter what. Still, I think the house is a little too far away from the commerces. I should have waited for 𝐻𝐻𝐿 and gone by car, but cheered up 5 minutes and I should be home, but fate has a different plan for me. I heard an explosion, so I'm gonna check. I'm now in front of the cause of the explosion and I was surprised. It's the green slime pervert that I gave to All Might. So he's but a dumbass and now he's an incompetent hero like what the F, he was shut in a bottle, how the F did he escape for real? And those stupid heroes aren't doing anything and hide behind causes like my quirk is not adapted to the situation. A thing disgrace and they dare call themselves heroes. I have to do something. I rushed at the slime once again. The hero tried to stop me but I was too fast. He has a hostage, a girl, with long red and white hair. It seems that she's Todoroki Shoko. She was part of the group that bullied 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 but he told me he doesn't hate her as much as the other. The slime then screamed. Svi, it's you're the beach from earlier. That sticky beat called me a beach. That's it, I'm going to burn him to ashes. I then summoned my sword and attacked. I cut the part that was holding Shoko and grabbed her. Now I can freely destroy him. I inflamed my sword and screamed. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, ∞/. The moment I screamed, a huge horizontal slash of fire was sent to the slime. He was cut in half and both parts burned until there was nothing left. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, are you okay? I asked Shoko. I wanted to make sure she wasn't harmed. Shoko, yeah, thank you. Then a girl with long blonde hair and another with spiky hair rushed to her. Izumi, Shoko, are you okay? Shoko, yeah, I am Izumi. Thanks to her. Izumi then looked at me. So that's the bitch's sister he told me about, so the other must be Katsumi. I need to get out of here before I let my anger prevail. Katsumi, thank you for saving her even though I could do it too. What the F do you mean you could do it too? Then where were you, beach? I really need to go. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, no problem. I started to walk off but Shoko asked a final question. Shoko, wait, what's your name? 𝐶𝐿𝐴, my name's 𝐶𝐿𝐴. I said without looking back. I was out of the dead end when someone grabbed my shoulder. I looked back and saw Kamui Woods. KW, you do know that I have to arrest for illegal usage of your quirk. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, the F, so I saved the person who you didn't even try to save and that's how you act. I said with anger, first the slime, then the beaches and a fake hero. At this point, I'm no longer able to act calm. KW, Micah. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, your quirk wasn't suited for the situation. A true hero would save someone by all means, so don't even try to use that excuse. As I was glaring at him, the other heroes looked down in shame while the crowd was cheering after hearing what I said. I walked into the crowd to lose the hero and finally go back. I'm finally home, what a day. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I'm home. 𝐀𝐮, hey 𝐶𝐿𝐴, I'm in the kitchen. I went to the kitchen and saw 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 cooking. I was surprised. Not because he was cooking but because he had a cat sleeping on his head while he was cooking. And it's adorable. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, 𝐀𝐮, why do you have a cat on your head? I asked while blushing from the cuteness. 𝐀𝐮, well you see. Flashback narrator POV, we see 𝐀𝐮 with a bag full of groceries walking back home. As he was walking, he heard a meow. It was a small sound but his earring is really developable. He was heading to the sound and when he arrived he saw a white kitten in cardboard. 𝐀𝐮, hello there little cutie, he said to the cat. The cat looked at 𝐀𝐮 as if she understood him. He started petting the cat and she purred happily. 𝐀𝐮, you're so cute and it seems you don't have parents. Do you want to come with me? He asked the cat. He wasn't expecting a response, but rather a sign. As a sign, the cat jumped on his head and sat on his hair. 𝐀𝐮, I take that as a yes, he said happily. He started to walk home while searching for a name for his cat. 𝐀𝐮, so I checked and you're a female cat so I have to give you a cute name. What about Yuki? It means snow and you're white so it fits, the cat purred as a response. 𝐀𝐮, okay so Yuki it is. I hope 𝐶𝐿𝐴 won't be mad for bringing a cat home. Flashback and 𝐶𝐿𝐴 POV 𝐶𝐿𝐴, so that's why. 𝐀𝐮, yeah, so are you mad? 𝐶𝐿𝐴, no, in fact I'm happy that you brought her. If you didn't, I would have beat you up. 𝐀𝐮, I see. Dinner is ready so let's eat. We are now in our bedroom, and Yuki is sleeping on the couch in the living room. I explained to him why I was late. 𝐀𝐮, so you were late because of that? 𝐶𝐿𝐴, yeah, sorry 𝐀𝐮, that's okay but I'll have to punish you. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, 𝐀𝐮, what? You were late so I have to punish you, he said in a stuck tone. Dimmin, his voice is getting me turned on. 𝐀𝐮, but it will be a new punishment. This time I'm going to punish your back entrance. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, wait, what? 𝐀𝐮, you heard me tonight. We will try something different. I get a feeling that I won't be able to walk tomorrow. Narrator POV. Today is the day. Today is the UA entrance exam, the first step to becoming a hero for our main character. It's the morning and Ike's sleeping on his back and Stella is hugging his arm. The door of their room suddenly opens and a little girl jumps on the bed and starts to wake Ike up. Daddy wakes up. Ike, age, 5 more minutes. You can't you have your exam today, Mommy, you too. Then Ike and Stella woke up and saw the little girl with white long hair and cute cat ears. Ike and Stella hug the little girl and say Ike/Stella, hello Yuki. The girl known as Yuki smiled and answered, Yuki, hello Mommy, Daddy. Now you may wonder how the F did they get a daughter who is 6 years old. To understand, we'll have to go back in time. Flashback 5 months ago. Ike POV. It has been 4 months since I adopted the little kitten and I must say, she's weird, not weird in a bad way, but sometimes I feel like she understands what I'm saying, like she knows how to speak, but it's impossible since it's a cat. Right now I'm alone with Yuki while Stella is away to buy some stuff. I'm on the couch and the kitten is on my lap while I'm petting her. Ike, you're way too cute, you know that right Yuki? I asked the kitten. I wasn't expecting an answer, but then something happened that freaked the SHT out of me. Yuki, thanks Daddy. The kitten answered, so she's talking. She's talking. Ike, what the F? Yuki, Daddy don't scream. Ike, how do you want me to not? You're a cat and you're talking. Yuki, I'm not really a cat. Ike, what now? Yuji jumps off his lap and suddenly a light appears around the cat's body. Once the light died, it revealed a cute little girl with cat ears. Ike, okay, now I need an explanation. Yuki, you see my quirk is called cat change. It's not powerful. I can just transform myself into a cat and I have cat ears when I'm in my human form. When my quirk manifested, my parents abandoned me because of my ears. They are people who hate mutant quirk, so I wandered around the streets in my cat form since it's easier to survive that way. Then you found me and it was the best moment of my life. Every day has been filled with joy, so I decided to show you my real form because I thought you'll still love me. She said while looking down. So that's why. Like me, she was treated harshly because of her quirk. I'm sorry you have to go through something like this. I then stood up and went to her. She was still looking down. Yuki, please God, if there is one, please I beg you, I want him to still love me. I then hug her and she seemed surprised. Ike, don't worry, I won't abandon you, I'll still love you as my daughter. She then cried and hugged me back. Yuki, thank you, Daddy, thank you, thank you. Flashback and narrator POV now. Ike, Stella, and Yuki are in the car's direction UA. Yuki is with them since they couldn't let a 6-year-old girl by herself. They arrived at UA. Yuki went with Stella since she's taking the recommendation thanks to her father, but Ike refused it cause he wanted to prove himself. Ike POV, so this is you. The entrance is big. Well, it's not the moment to think about that. Right now I have to pass the exam. As I was walking forward, I saw a girl who was about to fall, so I quickly rushed to her and grabbed her before she fell. Ike, you should be careful next time. It would have been bad if you fall right before the exam. The girl blushed and thanked me. Small time skip right now. I'm taking the written exam and I should say I'm disappointed in you, Uncle Nizu. I thought it would have been a lot more difficult, but what can I can? I'm as smart as him. I finished in 10 minutes and gave my papers to ectoplasm. Do you give up? Ike, no, I finished. Then I went to the auditorium for the speech before the practical exam and obviously I'm alone. That was the case until someone came 20 minutes after me. I was surprised to see someone so soon. The person looked at me and a shocked look on his face, and he approached me and sat beside me. I tried to greet him but he was silent until he spoke. Are you from a demon slayer family? He asked in a calm tone. Wait, how does he know? I should be the last one unless. Ike, yes I am. There is no point in lying, I know that he knows. He smiled at me. I'm glad to meet another demon slayer. Ike, wait, are you saying that you're a demon slayer? Yes, my name is Iju Tomioka. My ancestor had the same name and he was the water pillar of the generation who defeated 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. Ike, oh my god, I'm so happy to meet another one. I thought I was the last, but wait, how did you know I was one? Since your ancestor was the water pillar, does that mean 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 water breathing? I asked with stars in my eyes. He was a little surprised but smiled at me. Tomioka, it feels good to meet another boy demon slayer. Ikki, what do you mean boy? Tomioka, well I know a girl who also uses a breathing technique, her ancestor was a pillar too, and to answer your questions, I know you were one because of your hearings. A boy I saw in a picture in an old book was wearing the same hearings, and yes I used the water breathing. Ikki, you're really calm yet friendly, it's surprising. Tomioka, yeah I'm surprised too, but I guess I can be friends because we're the same. I never had someone to talk to freely. I had some friends but we were different. I'm quirkless and my parents were killed when I was a baby. I know you're in the same boat as me. Maybe it's because we're both users of breath technique, but I can feel you suffered too and you give calm and warm aura, which I like since I'm calm myself and hate loud people. I was happy to finally meet someone like him because he was right. Even though I had some friends, I couldn't relate to them. I feel like we could be great friends. Ikki, I see, I'm happy too. I feel like we could be great friends. Tomioka, yeah I feel the same. By the way, you didn't tell me your name. Ikki, oh yeah sorry. My name is Izuku Yagi but you can call me Ikki. He seemed a little shocked by my name. Tomioka, Yagi, like the first demon slayer. Ikki, yes, Tomioka, holy so you can use the sun breathing. Ikki, yes I can. Tomioka, I guess your hair and eyes color fits well. Since I'm gonna call you Ikki you can call me Ju. He said with a smile. Ikki, no problem Ju. As they were talking, all the students were now in the auditorium and Mike entered. Mike, can I get an oh yeah? He screamed, everyone was silent and Ju looked like he wanted to die. Ikki, seems like you found your nemesis, I said with a little chuckle. Ju, I swear that if he's my homeroom teacher I'm gonna yeet myself through the window. During his speech, Ju and I were talking about our past. Both of our past were the same, parents killed, adopted, neglected and run away. He was surprised that my former parents were all might and green majesty. He was angry but I just tell him that I didn't care about them and that I have now great parents and a fiancé. He was happy and he has great parents but no girlfriend. Then a boy with blue hair and glasses got up and start talking about UA being a disgrace or something like that, then looked at me and Ju. And you're way too loud. If you're not taking this seriously I suggest you leave. And what's with the swords? You should know weapons are forbidden. Ikki, oi what's up with you? Do you have a stick in your butt or something like that? Ju, you're saying we're being loud while you're the one who's standing and screaming at a teacher and us. Ikki, our swords are part of our quirks so we have every right to have them. Ju/Ikki, so shut the F up and sit down. The boy sit down while looking embarrassed and the crowd and Mike were surprised because they talked in a calm tone yet it held so much authority. Then we headed to the fake city. Ju and I was in the same city. We are in front of a door when it opened. We dashed inside the city while the others stayed confused. Mike, what are you doing? There is no countdown in real life. Go go go. The participants rushed into the city only to see all the robots already destroyed. In front of me, there is a bunch of 3-pointers close to each other. Lucky for me I have the perfect technique for it. Ikki, sun breathing, 9th form. Dragon sun halo head dance. A fire dragon appear from my blade when I destroyed all the 3-pointers. Nice, that's a lot of points, I'm sure I'm first. Then I spotted Ju who saved a boy from robots. I went to him. Ikki, Ju, how much point do you have? Ju, I have 110 points in you. Ikki, same, thank you, I just wanted to know. I then went in another direction so we were both first, but I know from the UA Sports Festival that the first place will have to do the speech in front of everyone and I want you to do it. Just imagine Ju in front of thousands of people trying to do a speech. Can't wait to see that. I can't help but laugh at this. Meanwhile, observation room Nizu, this year seems to be really promising. Snipe, I must say they're impressing. But might, Nizu sir, what is the rank of Izumi and her friends? I'm sure they occupy the first place. Nizu, well Izumi is third with 40 points but the second and first place is occupied by 2 boys who have 115 and 116 points. The teachers were surprised because not only 1 but 2 students broke the record of all might. The camera shows the 2. Midnight, Heather both pretty hot. Cementos tossed water at her. Cementos bad midnight. Pachinko, wait is that Izuku? But might what? But that's impossible, he's quirkless. 𝐻𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, on his files, it says that he's quirkless, same for the black hair boy, we should talk to them after. Pachinko, my baby, I'm so happy to see you, why didn't you come home, 𝐻𝐮𝐴, but for now, let's have some fun, shall we? Back to 𝐬𝐿. So I destroyed a lot of robots, but I'm sure that 𝐻𝐿 has destroyed a few more than me, so I should be second and he should be first. Suddenly the ground started shaking and I saw a 0-pointer coming toward me. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm gonna go. But I hear a girl screaming for help while everyone was running away, so they're gonna ignore her. Disgusting. I dash towards the girl. She's the one I helped in front of you. I lifted the rock that she was under. 𝐬𝐿, are you okay? I think my ankle is twisted. I just lift her bridal style. For the other, it was like I just vanished in the start gate and left her there. I went back to the 0-pointer at high speed. He wanted to punch me with his arm. I jump and run on it to his shoulder. I jumped above his head. 𝐬𝐿, sun breathing, second form, clear blue sky. The robot was entirely destroyed and burned. The candidates were amazed by his appealing technique and his strength, while the teachers were shocked. 𝐻𝐮𝐴, well, that was impressive. Aizawa, 𝐻𝐻𝐮𝐴, I want Izuku and the black-haired boy in my class. Vlad King. Aizawa, you can let me have one, right? Aizawa, no, 𝐻𝐻𝐿, okay Aizawa, you have them. Aizawa was grinning, Vlad was depressed, 𝐻𝐻𝐿 was drinking his tea, the teachers were still shocked, and two people were thinking the same thing. What happened to you, Izu? Back to 𝐬𝐿. Phew, finally it's over, can't wait to see Stella. Speaker, Tsujikuni Izuku and Tomioka Ju is requested to the principal office. Oh, and so I went to the teacher. On my way I met with Ju. I'm sure they're going to question us about our power. We arrived at the office. I knock and enter, only to see 𝐻𝐿, Aizawa, but Might, Pachinko, Shoto, Shoko, Izumi, Katsuki, and Katsumi. The girls started to cry and try to hug me. I dodged them and sit down in front of 𝐻𝐿. 𝐻𝐿, why are you dodging a hug from your mother? 𝐬𝐿, because you're not. 𝐻𝐿, W. Ju, could we start? I want to go home. Everyone glared at him but me, 𝐻𝐿, and Aizawa. 𝐬𝐿, I agree with him. Katsuki, what did you? 𝐻𝐿, Bakugo, don't talk. Katsuki glared at us but shut up. Ju, so why are we here? 𝐻𝐿, well, you see, on your files, it says that you are both quirkless but you still managed to destroy the robots with those blades of yours. Why is that? Ju, I can't answer. 𝐬𝐿, same. But Might, son, you. He shut the F up as I glared at him with so much killer intent that he started to shake. 𝐬𝐿, do not ever call me that, you never were my father. My tone was calm yet cold. Aizawa, what do you mean? 𝐬𝐿, I mean that these dumbass never adopt me, they just took me without doing any paperwork. Everyone was shocked but Ju, since I already told him. 𝐻𝐿 Yagi. 𝐬𝐿, like I said, they didn't adopt me, so my legal isn't Yagi, it's Tsujikuni, my mother's name, I have the papers to prove it. At this point, 𝐻𝐿 and Izumi were crying. Aizawa, you're so dumb. He said while looking at all Might and 𝐻𝐿. 𝐻𝐿, I see, I'm sorry for that, Tsujikuni. 𝐬𝐿, 𝐻𝐿 sir, I still consider you and Aizawa as my uncles, so don't be so tense, you can call me 𝐬𝐿 if you want. Aizawa and 𝐻𝐿 sighed in relief. 𝐻𝐿, so 𝐬𝐿, where were you? I then proceed to tell them how I moved to France and how I was helped. I didn't tell them about my breathing technique, I just said that it was something different from a quirk. 𝐻𝐿, I see, so you found parents that love you, that's good for you. 𝐬𝐿, can I go now, my fiancé is waiting. Katsumi and Izumi flinched at that statement. Katsumi, what are you saying? Ai-chan, I'm right here. 𝐬𝐿, beach the F, I'm not talking about you. Katsuki, Deku, I'm going to kill you. Before Aizawa could react, I appeared behind him and chopped his neck. 𝐬𝐿, if that's all, I'm going home, you're coming, Ju. Ju, behind you. Might, hold on son, I never agreed on you having a fiancé. He tried to grab me but Ju hit him in the solar plexus. Ju, you're really annoying, so shut the F up please. Izumi, Onion, please, I'm sorry, forgive me and come home. 𝐬𝐿, first don't ever call me that, I never was your brother and I'll never go back with you, beach. Izumi, Katsumi, and 𝐻𝐿 are crying like beaches. Might is on his knees trying to catch his breath. Shoto and Shoko are in front of me and they bowed. 𝐀𝐮/Shoko, we're really sorry, we should have to help you and don't hurt you. 𝐬𝐮𝐻 smiles. It's okay, I don't hate you, you were always holding back and never really hurt me, so I forgive, but try to do something like this and I'll break all of your bones. Shoto/Shoko, got it. 𝐻𝐮𝐬, 𝐬𝐮, before you go may I ask who is your fiancée? 𝐬𝐮, her name's Stella Vermilion. 𝐻𝐮𝐬, oh, so she's the one who took the other exam. Yes. 𝐻𝐮𝐬, I see, well tell her she passed, she'll be in class 1A along with you and Tomioka. 𝐻𝐿, good thing I'm with you. 𝐬𝐮, yeah, that's great, now we should get going, do you want me to drop you? Ooh, with pleasure. And so we finally left the office. What a tiring day, and it wasn't because of the exam. Narrator POV. 1 week has passed, it was peaceful, the couples received their letter saying that they passed, well they already knew but still. 𝐬𝐮 was second and 𝐻𝐿 was first place. He was so happy he couldn't wait to hear 𝐻𝐿's speech at the festival. 𝐻𝐿 met Stella and Yuki, they became friends and Yuki started calling him uncle. Right now, 𝐬𝐮 and Stella are on their way to class 1. Stella was wearing the whole uniform whereas 𝐬𝐮 was only wearing the shirt, without the tie, without the blazer, and with the first button undone. Yuki was with them, she was in her cat form and on 𝐬𝐮's hair while sleeping. 𝐻𝐮 and the teachers were informed about her. They arrived in front of the door. Stella, man, it's huge. 𝐬𝐮, that's what you said the first time we had section. He said with a little laugh. Stella blushed and stuttered at his remark. Stella, Babibaka, why are you saying that right now? 𝐬𝐮, because it's fun and your reactions are cute. As they were about to enter, they heard someone shout. 𝐬𝐮 sigh, it's 8 in the morning. 𝐬𝐮's POV. I opened the door and I immediately spotted the 2 students who were screaming, and obviously, one of them is Katsuki. The other is the blue hair bud. Get your feet off the table, it's disrespectful towards UA and our upperclassmen who stood there before you. Katsuki, who do you think you are, Sonic wannabe? Ida, my name is Tenya Ida and I came from semi-private academy. Katsuki, an elite, I'll be having fun while crushing you. Ida, crushing me. That's not a way to talk to your classmate. He stopped talking when he saw me and Yuki, he made his way towards me. You, why do dash? I just ignore him and seat beside 𝐻𝐿 who was already there, his head resting in his arms. Stella sat behind me. He looked up and saw me like I was his savior. 𝐻𝐿, thank God you're here, they just didn't want to shut up, and hi too. Hi Stella, he said tiredly. Stella, hello 𝐻𝐿, you look tired too. Yeah, class hasn't even started that they drained me of all my energy. The door opened again only to reveal the face of the Todoroki's twins, Izumi, Katsumi, and a brown hair girl. 𝐻𝐿, own it. 𝐬𝐮, I feel you 𝐻𝐿, but it's gonna be okay, we just have to ignore them, I said while patting his back. Izumi and Katsumi saw me and tried to walk toward me but got beaten to the punch by the brown hair girl. Uraraka, hi, my name's Ochako Uraraka, you're the one who saved me, right? Thank you. 𝐬𝐮, it's alright, you don't have to thank me, but you should sit down, sensei is here. She was confused, but then suddenly a giant caterpillar was at the door. Aizawa, your senses are top-notch. 𝐬𝐮, thanks, but I wasn't the only one, Stella and 𝐻𝐿 knew too. Aizawa, really? 𝐻𝐿/Stella, yeah, Aizawa, Dimon. Anyway, take your training clothes and meet me at the training ground. Stella, 𝐻𝐿, and I got up and took our clothes while the rest was still confused. 𝐬𝐮, I suggest you hurry up, he really hates late people. Narrator POV. 𝐬𝐮 and 𝐻𝐿 are in the locker with their shirt off. The boys are staring at them until a red hairy boy come to talk to them. Kirishima, bro, how did you get those abs? I trained every day for 4 years and I'm not even close to that. The name's Ijiro Kirishima. 𝐬𝐮, hey Kirishima, I'm Tsujakuni Izuku and for my abs, well, let's just say that my training is like death, but we can train together sometimes if you want. He said while smiling. 𝐻𝐿, Tomioka 𝐻𝐿, Kirishima, I would love that Tsujaku bro. And then they did a fist bump. Mineta, guys, there is a hole in the wall, we can peep. Ida, stop Mineta, it's very hero unlikely. He said while doing his hand chops. Mineta, I don't care, I get to see the blonde hair girl's thighs, the black hair girl's waist, the crimson hair melons. 𝐻𝐿, he fed up. Kirishima, what do I dash? He didn't finish his sentence because of the sudden pressure. They were having a hard time standing up. The the reason for the pressure was 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫. He was slowly making his way to the dwarf. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I dare you to look at my fiancée with those filthy eyes. I'll break all of your bones and rip your head off if you dare to even think about her. Do I make myself clear? He was talking with a calm voice, and that was why it was so scary. His eyes were calm, yet you could feel all the anger behind them. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐻. He was shitting himself. The pressure died and the boys sighed in relief. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, good, now get the F out of my sight. He immediately left. Then a voice was heard behind the wall. Stella, thank you 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻, you're welcome princess. Flashback few minutes. Stella POV, I was changing but I felt all the eyes on me, but two of them weren't friendly. A girl with pink skin talked to me. Mina, holy, I thought 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝗚 had the best body but you clearly beat her. I'm Mina Ishido, she said with a friendly smile. I wasn't embarrassed since I'm proud of my body thanks to 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻. Stella, then dash, she didn't let me finish. Mina, wait, is that a hickey? Okay, now I'm embarrassed, I completely forgot last night. Everyone is now blushing but the two beaches who seemed angry at me. Stella, dash, I didn't know what to say and Mina didn't stop the teasing. Mina, who did this to you? Is it the boy you went to class with? What's your relation with him? Stella, he's my fiancé. I didn't stutter this time, I wanted to let them know that he's already taken. Mina was shocked as everyone. Before she could say anything, we heard someone saying that there was a hole in the wall. The girls were about to do something when he mentioned them, but when he was talking about me, we could feel the pressure so dense we could cut it with a knife. I couldn't help but smile when 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻 was protecting me. Stella, thank you 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻. 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻, you're welcome princess. The girls were a little bit jealous of me. Well, I can't blame them, my fiancé is perfect. I could see Katsumi and Izumi saddened that 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻 didn't care about them, but I don't care. 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻 POV, I'm standing in front of Aizawa with Stella and Ju by my side. I dropped Yuki with Nizu before the locker room cause he said he could teach her. Aizawa, took you long enough, now we're gonna have a quirk test. Uraraka, but sir, what about orientation? Aizawa, at UA, teachers can do as they want. We're gonna start with Katsuki, go in the circle and throw the ball using your quirk. He went inside the circle and threw the ball. Katsuki die. Aizawa then show his score and it was 705 meters. Mina, we can use our quirks, it's gonna be fun. 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻, 𝐀𝐮 3, 2, 1 inch, and there it is, his legendary shitty grin. Everyone but Stella, Ju, and I got scared. Aizawa, fun you said? Fine, the one who got the worst score is expelled. Uraraka, you can't expel us on the first day, it's unfair. Before Aizawa could answer, I spoke. 𝐀𝐮, fun you say, is bullying towards people fair? People flinched at my statement. Ju, our villain attacks fair. 𝐀𝐮, there is nothing fair in this world, that's why you have to be ready. Ju, you don't know when the enemy will strike, so you have to stay on guard. Everyone who was complaining was now looking down in shame. Aizawa, couldn't have said better, now get ready, time skip. I got first place in everything and just second. It was now the ball throw. Aizawa, Tomioka, your turn. He went inside the circle, I could hear his breathing, and thanks to my see-through world, I could see he was augmenting the BLD pressure in his hand. Note, 𝐀𝐮𝐿𝐻 has access to the see-through world and he activates and deactivates at will. His Demon Slayer mark is always active. He threw the ball and it created a small shock wave. Aizawa showed his score, 2000 meters. It was the second highest since Uraraka got infinity. The class was surprised and wondered what his quirk was, and he just said, Ju. Yeah, he just ignored them. Now it's my turn. I did the same thing as him but with the mark. I threw the ball and the shockwave was a lot stronger. My score was 4,500 meters. I ignored the class and went beside Ju and Stella. I could feel the presence of Asmite and Greenware, but I don't care. Aizawa, now I'm gonna show you your results. Our score could be seen on the big screen. Sujikuni Izuku Tomioka Ju Vermilion Stella. Minoru Mineta. No, I can't be expelled. I didn't even touch some, but... He cried and ran towards Stella. The moment he started running, I smashed him so hard that he flew in the sky like the villain in Pokemon. Ju, home ruin. He said in a bored tone. Aizawa, the whole expelled thing was a lie, but since he tried to assault a student, Minoru Mineta is expelled. No one was sad. It's only been an hour, but they already knew Mineta was a pervert and a degenerate. It's on this note that our first day at UA ended. It wasn't great, but I guess it wasn't bad either. Time skip. Stella and I made our way to 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿's office to pick Yuki up. Ju had already left since he was tired. Sadly we met but Might and his wife. Asan, so dash. Yasan, Sugakuni, me and 𝐴𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 need to talk to you in private. Iki, no, I don't want one for all. The two of them were shocked. 𝐴𝐮𝐭, how dash, Iki, it doesn't matter. My answer is the same now. Move, I need to get my daughter. 𝐴𝐮𝐭, can dash, Stella. No, you can't see my baby. You have absolutely no right to. She said sternly. 𝐴𝐮𝐭 got angry. 𝐴𝐮𝐭, it has nothing to do with you. It does. Yuki is my daughter. Stella is my fiancé, so she's her mother now. Get lost before I make you. 𝐴𝐮𝐭 cried, but we didn't care. We passed them and continue our way. Really, what a bad day. The only great thing is that I'm with Stella and Ju. Narrator POV. We see the students waiting for their hero class. Iki, we have hero class next, right? Stella, indeed. Iki sigh, it's gonna be tiring. Ju, I feel you, bro. Stella, Iki, it's a hero class and hired 2 heroes who are in the top. Do you understand now? Then it hit Stella in the face. Her eyes widened upon the realization of what was coming to hit them. Stella sigh, it's gonna be tiring. Ju, see, Stella, by the way, since Minato was expelled, do you think someone's gonna take his place? Iki, I think so. It would be weird to let an empty spot. Ju, I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling about this. Then Iki smelled and heard people, 3 people, in fact 2 adults and 1 teenager. Iki, they're coming. The door suddenly opened, revealing 2 grown but beach. All Might, we're coming through the door like normal people. 𝐴𝐮𝐭, honey, it's not normal. The class got excited at the sight of the 2 pro heroes. Mina, oh my god, it's All Might. Kirishima, so they're teaching this class, so manly. Azui, isn't that his Silver Age costume? All the class was getting fired up except for 3 people who were clearly disgusted by them. They were known as Stella Vermilion, Tsujikuni Iki, and Ju Tomioka. The heroes were saddened by this sight but get their hopes high as they saw Iki raise his hand. All Might, yes, young dash. Iki didn't let him finish. Iki, could you hurry up and introduce the new student please, who is waiting outside the class? All Might had a surprised face and the class was confused until a girl with black and purple hair tied with a butterfly hair clip entered. Era, it seems that Ju wasn't joking when he was talking about your sharp senses, Tsujikuni. Ju saw who it was and immediately put his head on the table. Iki, you know her. Ju didn't respond and kept his head on the table. Ju should respond when someone is asking you a question. That's why people dislike you. An invisible arrow hit Ju in his heart, while Iki was trying his best to keep his laugh in control. Ju finally looked up and said, I'm not disliked by people. I'm sorry, it seems that you didn't realize that besides Tsujikuni and Vermilion, no one likes you. Ju, once again you're wrong, you like me too. Mina, I ship it. Blush, Ma, you're not wrong. I should introduce myself. My name is Shinobu Kocho. I like taking care of people and I hate bad people. I must say I hate 3 people in this class and a few teachers. She said while looking at Izumi, Katsumi, Katsuki, and 𝐴𝐮𝐭. Shinobu, any questions? Ida, why do you hate people in this class? We're classmates, so we should dash. Shinobu, I do not care. It's not because we're classmates that we should get along, and besides, I'm not the only one. Other question, she said while keeping her iconic smile. Mina raised her hand. Mina, you were talking like you knew Tomioka, Tsujikuni, and Vermilion. What's your relationship with them? She asked in her full shipper mode. Shinobu, well, Ju is my fiancé. The class was surprised because there was another couple who are getting married. Mina, what's with those people who have fiancés so young? I'm so jealous. Meanwhile, Iki was talking with Ju. Iki, how come you never told me? Ju, you never asked. Iki gave him a deadpan look. Fair enough. He said and looked back at Shinobu. Ju did the same. Azui, so it's Tomioka who talked about Tsujikuni and Vermilion to you. Shinobu, well, yes and no, he talked about Vermilion but I already knew the existence of Tsujikuni. Shinobu, let's just say our families are very close. Isn't that right, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫? Ikki, so she's the demon slayer J was talking about, the one who used the insect breathing. Well, she's right, our family was close back then, and she can't reveal our existence. Ikki, yes, she's right, I can say that there is a strong bond that unites Kocho, Ju, and me, though we never met each other. Shinobu, I couldn't say better, but please call me Shinobu. Ikki, call me Ikki then, Shinobu, with pleasure. All Might, all right, young Kocho, go sit behind Tomioka. She went to sit behind him. All Might. As for today's hero class, we're doing battle training. Two students muttered. Katsuki, battle. Katsumi, training. Inko, but what heroes without their costumes? She used a remote and several suitcases popped out of the wall. Inko, take your assigned suitcase and go change, we will at Gym Gamma. The class took their suitcase, Ikki took his and was about to leave, but Inko tried to grab his shoulder. Sadly for her, his bro stopped her. Ju, you shouldn't try to grab a student from behind. The only ones left were Ikki, Ju, 𝐶𝐿A, and Shinobu. All Might Yun dash, Shinobu, I suggest you back off if you don't want your reputation to be ruined. She was still smiling, but it was a scary smile. All Might, what are you talking about? Shinobu, I'm talking about the neglect. Inko, howdy dash, Ju, we all know, so back off. They back off and the group made its way to the changing room. Ikki, thank you both of you. Ju, no problem bro. Shinobu, you don't have to thank us, we're all family, so I have to care for my little brother. Giggle Ikki, I agree with the family thing since we're the last one, but since when I'm the little one, I'm more of a big brother. Shinobu, when is your birthday? Ikki, July 15th. Shinobu, mine is February 24th. Ikki. Ikki, Shinobu, no cursing Ototo. Ju laugh. 𝐶𝐿A, I feel like I'm being left off. Shinobu, don't be, I said we're all family, you too 𝐶𝐿A. 𝐶𝐿A, really? Ikki, of course, you're my future wife. 𝐶𝐿A wrapped around Ikki's arm. 𝐶𝐿A, that's right, I'm your future wife. She said while giggling. Shinobu, I feel like I want to do that too. And she did the same, but with Ju. He sighed, but let her be since he loved it as well, but don't want to say it. Time skip ground Gamma. All Might, you all look amazing now dash. Kirishima, wait, All Might, 𝐬𝐿𝐴 is not here. Mina, neither. Vermilion, Tomioka, and Kocho. Inko, where dash. She couldn't finish her sentence because footsteps could be heard. 𝐶𝐿A arrived. 𝐶𝐿A, sorry for the late. My costume was a bit hard to wear around the chest area. Her costume was a simple black dress with white straps and white long sleeves, along a gray collar. All Might, it's okay young Vermilion, but where are the others? 𝐶𝐿A, they're coming. Once again footsteps could be heard, and the three students have arrived. Ju, sorry for the late. Shinobu, yeah, we had some difficulties. Ikki, I didn't know Hiyori was so hard to wear. All the eyes were on them and their costume. Kirishima, holy sh, you look so manly. Mina, you look like a team, it's awesome. Shinobu, a team. It would be good to work together in the future, in the same agency. Ju, I agree, like the new Demon Slayer Corps. Hagakure, the what? Ikki, it's nothing, but I agree too, we could be the pillar, like the insect pillar, the water pillar, and the sun pillar. 𝐶𝐿A, Ikki, and the flame pillar. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you, don't worry babe. By the way, I love your costume. And he kissed her forehead. 𝐶𝐿A giggle, you better be, and thank you, I love yours too. Shoko, Ikki, what do you think of mine? It was a girly version of Shoto's costume. Ikki, it looks great. Shoko, thank you. Izumi and Katsumi were waiting for Ikki's compliments, but they never came. All Might, now that everyone is here, let's proceed. Today we're gonna do a 2 versus 2, heroes versus villain. The team will be draw aleatory. Ida, sir, why aleatory? Before All Might could answer, 𝐶𝐿A did. 𝐶𝐿A, Ida, pro heroes don't always work with people they know, so it's a good way to improve our teamwork with someone you know nothing about. Ida, I see, sorry for the lack of understanding. All Might, it's alright, now let's see who is with who. Here's the team, I'm only gonna do the important cast. Heroes, Ikki Shinobu villains, Izumi Katsumi heroes, Shoto villains, Katsuki Shoko heroes, 𝐶𝐿A Momo villains, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 beside 𝐒𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 match, I'll just say who won and who lost. All Might, all right now everyone besides the first group comes with me. Villain, you can enter the building. And so Izumi and Katsumi entered the building, leaving Shinobu and 𝐒𝐮 alone. Shinobu, I feel like it wasn't aleatory. 𝐒𝐮, no 𝐬𝗓𝗘. Laugh. You're funny, I give you that, but seriously, what are you gonna do about it? 𝐒𝐮, I'm gonna enter and destroy them. Shinobu, there. So my presence is not welcomed. 𝐒𝐮, do whatever you want, but I don't mind you staying here. Shinobu, I don't mind staying here, but on one condition. 𝐒𝐮, what's your condition? All Might, heroes can enter the building, he yelled into the microphone. Shinobu, show them the power of a pillar. 𝐒𝐮, with pleasure. Shinobu, good luck, Ototo. 𝐒𝐮 entered the building. Oh, Arajui, why Kocho is staying there. Ju, so they want to do that. Zero, what do you mean? Stella, let's just say 𝐒𝐮 has some business with Katsumi and Izumi, lucky for him they're on the same team. It's like it was on purpose, right, All Might? She said with sarcasm. All Might was nervous. All Might, All Might, she doesn't know, right? Back to 𝐒𝐮, I can smell them on the 5th floor with the bomb, so they're just gonna stay near the bomb to protect it. No, it's not for that, they want to be alone with me so they can talk, what a pity. I arrived in front of the room where the bomb is, I opened it and saw them. 𝐒𝐮, and here I thought Katsumi was the type to rush things, why is that? Katsumi, I-chan, we want to talk, we want to apologize. Izumi, she's right, Oni I-chan, we never wanted to hurt, we wanted to protect you. 𝐒𝐮, first of all, you can't call me with the surname or Oni I-chan, we're not friends and we're not related. Second, protect me, don't make me laugh. If protect means to you beat the SHT out of someone, then we have a different vision of this word. Third, I won't forgive you. Do you really that all the pain will go away with mere words? Sorry, but we're not in Naruto. Izumi, on dash, 𝐒𝐮, what did I tell you? You have no right to call me that. Katsumi, then I'll just beat you and show you I'm better than the red cow. She started raising her arm to shoot an explosion, but the second she finished her sentence, a fist was right in front of her. The punch was so strong that she was sent into the wall. 𝐒𝐮, I don't care if you talk 𝐬𝗓𝗘 about me, but if you insult the one I love, then I'll break all your bones. Katsumi was knocked out and Izumi was scared of his speed, his strength, and scared of his tone. It was not loud but in containing so much anger that she could barely move, but she still took a fighting stance. 𝐒𝐮, oh, bold of you to assume that you can beat me. Izumi, I will. Izumi shooted a psychic ray towards him. 𝐒𝐮, sun breathing, 3rd form, burning bones, summer sun. The user unleashes 2 horizontal slashes to hit or defend from incoming attacks. The laser was cut into pieces and Izumi was dumbfounded. Izumi, how? She didn't have the time to react that I was already in the air behind her. Sun breathing, 5th form, fire wheel. The user leaps behind the opponent and spins in the air downward, releasing a sword attack in a circular motion. Izumi was on the ground screaming in pain with a wound on the back. I went in front of her. 𝐒𝐮, you know, there is a way for you to be forgiven. Izumi looked up with hope in her eyes. 𝐒𝐮, stop being a beach all the time, never call me Oni I-chan again, and don't try to befriend me. Like complete stranger. Those were my last words before she passed out. All Might, heroes team win. Phew, it was easy, now I have to deal with the class. It doesn't matter, Ju, Stella and Shinobu should be able to help. Narrator POV. Everyone is seen in the classroom waiting for Aizawa-sensei for homeroom. The students are talking to each other but one is clearly upset at her fiancé. Stella, how? 𝐒𝐮, even if you shoot like that, I still don't have the answer. Stella, it's so frustrating. 𝐒𝐮, Stella, chill out. Stella, no. Stella, how your hair is so soft. Yes, you read that correctly. Stella is currently behind 𝐒𝐮, playing with his hair, styling them, or patting his head. Stella, I wash my hair every day, I use the best product, I take care of them more than myself, and yet I can't have them as soft as yours. She said while fake crying. 𝐒𝐮, are you jealous about my hair? He said in a playful tone. Stella, slight blush, no, I'm not. Why would I be jealous over your hair? 𝐒𝐮, that's strange. Even though Yuki has softer hair than you never lash out at her. Why is that? Stella, you're talking nonsense. Why would I be jealous about my child? It was at this moment that she knew she fed up. Icky smirk, so you are jealous. Stella is now a blushing mess. Stella, Icky. So Stella cat got your tongue. He was still wearing his smirk and was enjoying the situation. He wasn't the only one. Ju and Shinobu, who are seating next to them, were enjoying it like they were watching a drama. Stella, fine, I'm jealous about your hair. Icky dropped the smirk, leaned back on his chair, looked up at Stella, and gave her a warm smile while cupping her cheek with his right hand. Icky, sorry for pushing you too far. It's just that your reactions are way too cute, he said in a sweet tone. Stella was still blushing, but it was just a little. Stella pout. How come no matter how much you do that I always blush? She asked, genuinely confused. Icky, that's just how much you love me, princess, he answered with a large smile. Stella, while blushing, smiled and kissed him passionately. Stella, you bet I do. Icky, and I do too. They were about to kiss again until they were interrupted. Ida, ahem, I couldn't react because I was surprised, but I can't let you do those indecent acts in school, he said while doing his weird hand chop, but he was still flustered by them. The couple looked around the classroom and saw Shoto and Hagakure simply over the couple. Shoto and Shoko were happy for their bro. Izumi and Katsumi were on the verge of tears, but they remembered what Icky told them, so they shut F up. Katsuki was mad at Icky because he made his sister sad. Ju and Shinobu were annoyed because Ida stopped their show. Ju and you Ida, it was getting interesting, he said, clearly annoyed. Shinobu sighed. I agree, I wanted to see more. Stella, you guys love drama way too much. Icky, I agree, I have to make sure you stay away from Uncle Nizu. Ju, you're the one to talk, with your sadistic side. If both of you were to work together, the country wouldn't survive. Icky, fair enough. Stella, you all have to stay away from him. As she finished talking, Aizawa entered the room. Aizawa, all of you shut the F up and sit down. Everyone who wasn't at their sit was now at it. Aizawa, I saw your match of yesterday and I must say, you guys SCK at combat, but there are exceptions. Tomioka and Shoto, Vermilion and Yorozu, you guys did good and you had good teamwork. Keep at it. Yes sir, Aizawa. Sujikuni, you had to work with your teammate and not alone, but there were circumstances, so I'll let it slide this time. Next time when you're asked to work with someone, do it, but you handle your enemies perfectly, so it was good. Icky, thanks sir. Aizawa. The rest, you'll have to work your butt off to reach them, understand? Yes sir. Aizawa. Good, now you all have to do something very important. Kaminari, is it a test? If I didn't study. Ashido, no. Aizawa, you have to choose a class president and a vice president. The class, finally something normal. Aizawa glared at them with his quirk activated. Shut your mouth. The class stopped talking. Aizawa, I don't care how you do it, but do it before class ends. And so he went to sleep, leaving a bunch of teenagers alone in a room who have to take it. Political decision for their class. Great idea. Ashido, me pick me, I'm sure I'll be the best. Kaminari, pick me, I'll make the classes funnier. Katsuki/Katsumi, pick me, you extras. Kirishima, you call us extras but you got your butt clapped by Tomio bro and Tsujiku bro. Icky, ouch, I didn't, you were this savage Kiri bro. Katsuki, the F did you say, you Geodude wannabe. Ida, everyone, we shouldn't scream like that, we should hold a vote. Azui, but we don't really know each other yet. Karo, Ida, then the one who would be elected will have a lot more credit. The class agreed with him and the vote started. When everyone finished, Ida counted the vote, and here's the vote. Tsujikuni, 16 Tomioka, 3 Katsuki, 1 the rest has 0 Ida, so the class president is Tsujikuni and the vice president is Tomioka. Icky, wait, what? Ju, Katsuki, who voted for them? The whole class raised their hand, including Icky and Ju, who looked at each other and thought the same thing. What a BSC. If you want to know, everyone but Stella, Shinobu, Katsuki, and Icky vote for him. Stella didn't because she knew Icky didn't want to, Shinobu wanted to tease Ju, and Katsuki, you know why. Icky, Stella and Shinobu voted for Tomioka. Ikki for the same reason as Shinobu and 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴 just because why not? Ikki, as the class president I nominate Ida to take my place, no way I'm doing that. Ikki, like I said Ida you do it. Ida, same for me I nominate Yorozu what? You heard me yours, huh? Okay I guess. The bell rang and it was finally time for lunch. Ju and Shinobu went to the cafeteria to take place and Ikki and 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴 went to pick up their daughter who is with Nizu. They also have to make sure she doesn't turn like him. The three of them made their way to the cafeteria, took their lunch, and sat with Ju and Shinobu. Yuki, hello Uncle Ju. Ju, hello, Shinobu. Ju, aren't you gonna introduce me to this cute little girl? Who is she? Ikki. Explanation, Shinobu, I see. Hello Yuki, I'm Shinobu Kocho and I'm Ju's fiancé. She said with a warm smile. Yuki, wait, so can I call you Auntie Shinobu? She said with sparkling eyes. Shinobu, of course you can. Yuki, thank you Auntie Shinobu. The group started eating. 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴, Ikki your plate looks so good, can I have some? Ikki, sure. He took some meat with his chopstick and Ikki, say she tasted his meat and was interrupted by an alarm. 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴, what's that? She was calm even though the student panicked. In fact, the whole group was calm, even Yuki. Ikki grabbed a student. Ikki, hey, what's going on? Random, it means that someone infiltrated the school. It's the first time in 3 years. He said, clearly panicked. 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴, should we follow them? Shinobu, I guess. They follow the rest of the students, but soon the path was blocked. Ikki heard a bunch of reporters and weird noise outside. Ikki, a crumbling wall. A quirk. Is it how they introduced themselves? As he was thinking, Ida took care of the situation. Time skip class Izuku. Tomorrow, we're going to the USJ, so prepare yourself. Everyone went home beside Ikki, who has to take Yuki. While he was taking Yuki, he talked to Nizu about the wall and Nizu said that he would look at it. Izuku, settle down, just to inform you that we're going to the USJ, so get up, get change and go to the bus. Ida, weird movement, class. We should enter the bus in relation to our position in class. Ikki, 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴, Ju, and Shinobu ignored him and entered the bus. Ida, wait, you should dash. Ikki, it's not that kind of bus, he stated calmly. Everyone entered the bus and Ida was depressed because it wasn't that kind of bus. Ikki and 𝐀𝐮𝐬𝐴 are sitting next to each other. She's resting her head on his shoulder while Ikki's head is on 𝐀𝐻𝐿𝐴's. Shinobu and Ju are behind them and in the same position. It seemed that they were in their own world without caring about anything, but a certain cat addict wasn't buying it. Izuku, so even here, they don't let their guard down. Even if I tried to use my capture gear on them, they would just cut it like nothing. I'm sure they can easily defeat Pro. I wonder who trained them. Thought the coffee addict. The bus ride was chill until the frog decided to open her mouth. 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐴. Ikki opened his eyes and looked at Azui while patting 𝐀𝐻𝐿𝐴's head. Ikki, do you need something? Azui? 𝐬𝐶, call me 𝐬𝐶, but anyway I'm a really blunt person and I always say what's on my mind. Ikki, okay 𝐬𝐶, say what you want to say. 𝐬𝐶, thank you, so I was wondering, Yagi calls you Onii-chan, Katsumi calls you Icon, Katsuki calls you Deku, so I was wondering what exactly is your relationship. Ikki didn't answer immediately. Meanwhile, 𝐀𝐻𝐿𝐴 opened her eyes because she wanted to see the faces of Izumi and Katsumi. Shinobu and Ju were carefully listening because drama is life. Ikki, well, I've known them since we were children, same with the Todorokis, but let's just say that something bad happened and now I have nothing to with them. Don't get me wrong, I'm on good terms with the Todorokis. But I don't understand why Yagi calls me Onii-chan even though we haven't any parentage link. Not gonna, it's really annoying, but it seems she's way too dumb to understand when I say to shut up. He finished. Izumi and Katsumi were on the verge of crying. Shoto and Shoko were glad because he still see them as friends. 𝐀𝐻𝐿𝐴 was smiling, and Shinobu and Ju try their best to not laugh. Sensing the tense atmosphere, Kirishima decided to change the subject. Kirishima, but bro, your quirk is really amazing, having fire coming from a sword. Same with Vermilion, Tomiobro, or Kocho. In comparison, mine is lame. Ikki, what are you saying? There is no such thing as a lame quirk. It depends on the user. 𝐀𝐻𝐿𝐴, he's right Kirishima. With creativity, any quirk can be really powerful. Take mine for example. At first I was able to summon a sword, but Ikki showed me that I can do so much more. Now thanks to him, I can summon fire and create a weapon with it. Kirishima, damn now if you put it like that. Okay, I gotta train even more and prove that I can be a great manly hero too. Exclaimed Kirishima. Ikki, that's the spirit bro, he said with a smile. Aizawa, we're here. He said tiredly. The class left the bus, meet with 13, and entered the USJ. As they were talking, Ikki realized something. Ikki, the sound. As he was thinking, a purple mist appeared and revealed a group of villains, a big bird, a purple mist, and a man with hands everywhere. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I thought all might be supposed to be here. What the F is that? 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I don't know. Shigaraki. Shigaraki, maybe if we kill some students he'll come. He said enjoy. Kirishima, holy sh, do you even have fake villains? Aizawa put his goggles on. Aizawa, they're real villains. 13 protect the students. He jumped into the fight. Ida, go to UA and inform the pro hero. Ida, what but I dash. No but hurry up. Suddenly 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 appeared in front of the door. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, I'm sorry but I can't let you do that. The Bakugos tried to attack him but were seeking into his mist. With the rest of the students, only Ikki and Ida were fast enough to dodge. Ikki jumped in the air and Ida ran through the door. 13 used her quirk on 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 but he used his mist to counter her. Her back is now ripped. Ikki was ready to attack but 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 disappear once. Again. Ikki, F. He turned around and jumped into the battle next to Aizawa. Aizawa, Ikki, what are you doing here? Ikki, the students are all over the USJ. Ida managed to escape but 13 is out. He explained the situation calmly. He was anxious about 𝐴𝐿𝐴 and his friends but he knows they're strong so they're gonna be alright. Aizawa, okay, you help me finish this quickly then we're going to help the other, understand? Ikki, got it. They got into a fighting stance, Aizawa with his capture gear and Ikki with his sword. With 𝐻𝐿𝐴 the portal sent him above the water zone. He couldn't land on the ground and was about to land in the water. Before he reached it, a tongue wrapped around him and pulled him to the boat. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, are you alright Tomioka? 𝐻𝐿𝐴, Azui. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, call me 𝐬𝐿𝐴. Is there anyone else? He said, ignoring her last statement. Nope, it's just you and me. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, I see, he said and closed his eyes and opened them. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, if you're here that means they don't know what your quirk is so they don't have information about us so we can use that. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, do you have a plan? 𝐻𝐿𝐴, yes, I want you to stay here while I'm going in the water. I defeat the villains during this time. You jump off the boat and go to the ground. When I'm finished, you pull me back, understand? Phew, I don't really like the plan but I know you're strong. I'll believe in you but how am I supposed to know when you're finished? 𝐻𝐿𝐴, you'll know it. And so he jumped in the water. He was getting deeper and deeper in the water. Villain 1 inch, getting hard to breathe, brat. Villain 2, there is no air in the water after all. Villain 3 inch, you can't move the way you want. Serves you right. The villain moves around 𝐻𝐿𝐴 at high speed. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, don't underestimate me. He thought, still as calm as ever. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, where do you think I trained? A demon slayer's strongest weapon isn't his sword or his brain. It's his lungs. If you think that staying underwater is hard for me then you're making the biggest mistake of your life. He closed his eyes, sword in hand. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, not to mention. There are moves that only unleash their full potential underwater. His grip on his sword got stronger. He lifted it next to his head. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, the form that can be utilized even when there is no sure footing, generating a powerful vortex with a violent twist of my upper and lower body. He got into a position, and as soon as the villains were a few inches from him. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, total concentration, water breathing, 6th form, whirlpool. This form creates a hurricane underwater, creating a powerful vortex, protecting the user and damaging the enemies. The villain was out, then once again a tongue pulled 𝐻𝐿𝐴 out of the water and landed him on the ground next to 𝐬𝐿. 𝐬𝐿, it was really impressive Karo. 𝐻𝐿𝐴, thanks, now we have to go back to the entrance. And so they made their way back. Once they arrived, they were greeted by a horrible sight. Ikki was smashed in a crater, to a bloody Aizawa with his arms broken, 𝐶𝐿𝐴 and Shinobu barely standing, all bloody and heavily injured, in front of a bird head monster. The bird was about to smash 𝐶𝐿𝐴 again. 𝐶𝐿𝐴, damn it, I can't move, I can't dodge, diamond. She screamed in her head, closing her eyes, waiting for the impact, but it never came. In place, she heard a limb getting cut and a loud scream coming from the 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿. She opened her eyes and saw someone in front of her, with a red hairy and sword glowing red. "Stella, 𝐻𝐿," she said before passing out from her injuries. Shinobu saw it too, and smiled, before passing out like she allowed herself to rest because she knew everything was going to be alright. To understand the state of 𝐻𝐿, we have to go back in time, to the beginning of his fight alongside Aizawa. Flashback: Aizawa and 𝐻𝐿 rushed towards the villains. Aizawa was erasing their quirks and 𝐻𝐿 was knocking them out cold with his sword. 𝐻𝐿, sun breathing, 6th form, solar heat haze. The user charges towards the target, unleashing a horizontal slash seemingly covered in a haze that fails to land, but actually does hit the target. Villain 1, what kid can't even land a pro dash? He couldn't finish his sentence because a huge and deep cut appeared on his chest. The villain was shocked. He was sure that he had dodged, but the cut was saying otherwise. He passed out from the pain and the shock. Aizawa, the kid is good, he thought. He was distracted for a second. 2 villains saw it and took their chance to attack him. Aizawa didn't have time to react and 𝐻𝐿 was too far away. The second they were about to reach the caterpillar, 2 voices could be heard, screaming their moves. Shinobu, insect breathing, 1st form, butterfly dance. Caprice. The user leaps into the air and charges towards the opponent and stings them multiple times with her blade to inject poison. Stella, levitain. A simple strike creates a wave of fire, allowing the user to use great destructive power. The 2 villains were defeated, but Stella and Shinobu didn't stop there. Like 𝐻𝐿, they went to destroy the other enemies. Aizawa started to fight again, but he was injured, so his movements were slow. Aizawa, damn it, I can't move as I want, but it should be fine. The kids are doing really good. And so all the villains beside Kurogiri, Shigaraki, and the big bird are down. Shigaraki started to scratch his neck. Shigaraki, damn it, these guys are f***ing useless, can't even kill children. He screamed like a little child. 𝐻𝐿, bro, chill out, you're way too loud, and what's with the hand mask, it f***ing weird. Shigaraki, shut up, I wear whatever I want. 𝐻𝐿, what is it because you think you're ugly? But you know, one day a great man said, the one who does not accept himself as he really is doomed to failure. Shigaraki, wait, that was Itachi from Naruto. 𝐻𝐿, gasp, you watched Naruto? Shigaraki, of course I did. Aizawa, the F are you talking about? 𝐻𝐿, Taro, Aizawa, who's Naruto? 𝐻𝐿, you didn't watch Naruto. Aizawa, no. Shigaraki, all of you shut the F up, 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Kill them. And so, in the blink of an eye, the big bird named 𝐻𝐻𝐿 was in front of Aizawa. No one had the time to react. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 punched Aizawa in the stomach, grabbed his head, and smashed his head to the ground. The fight lasts for less than 3 seconds. 𝐻𝐿, Shinobu, and Stella were shocked to see a pro hero being defeated so fast. Sensing the danger, 𝐻𝐿 forced himself into the see-through world, but it was not clear and it was tiring him out. However, he noticed that the thing called 𝐻𝐻𝐿 had 3 hearts. With this info he went for the kill, knowing that it wasn't human. 𝐻𝐿, sun breathing, 12th form, flame dance, a 2 combo strike that starts with a vertical slash and then a horizontal one right after. He managed to cut his 2 arms. The name took a step back, but, to 𝐻𝐿's surprise, he started to regrow his arms. Is it a f***ing demon or some SHT like it? Shigaraki, haha, you seem surprised. Since I pity you, I'll tell you. 𝐻𝐻𝐿 has 3 quirks: super strength, regeneration, and shock absorption. It doesn't matter how much you damage him, he'll always heal. 𝐻𝐿, I see, so you're dumb enough to tell me his power. Shigaraki, I don't care, you will never beat him. 𝐻𝐿, let's see about that. Shinobu, Stella. Shinobu/Stella on it. The 3 of them rushed towards the 𝐻𝐻𝐿 as he did the same, sword skill against raw power. They deployed their techniques. Stella was lacking in speed, but Shinobu and 𝐻𝐿 had her back. They take a lot of damage. They were barely standing on their feet. Aizawa was still unconscious. The students all around the USJ, 13 injured too, and the 𝐻𝐻𝐿 was fine. He didn't have a single scratch. Once again the 𝐻𝐻𝐿 rushed at them. To be more precise, on 𝐻𝐿, who had a sudden drop of power, he was out of the see-through world. His eyes couldn't take it anymore and were bleeding. The 𝐻𝐻𝐽 take advantage of it and slammed 𝐬𝐮 to the ground, leaving a huge crater. 𝐶𝐻𝐿/Shinobu/Ikai/𝐿 𝐻𝐻𝐽 looked at his next target and attacked them. The girls were doing their best to keep up. 𝐬𝐮 POV. Thief? Where am I? Is it a garden? A house? But the style isn't modern, it's like the house we see in history books. URG, which PRD already. The Sengoku era. As he was thinking, someone appeared in front of him. So you finally arrived. His tone was so calm, it was low-key hypnotic. I feel like I could listen to his voice for hours. But is it me? He looks exactly like me, but he seems older and his voice is different. 𝐬𝐮, who are you and where am I? Yoriichi, I'm Yoriichi Tsujikuni, your ancestor, and you're in my domain. Holy SHT. It's Yoriichi, the first demon slayer, the strongest, amazing. My mind was a fing mess but my face was unfazed. 𝐬𝐮, how did I get into your domain? Yoriichi, you're here because you're not fully matured yet. 𝐬𝐮, what do you mean? Yoriichi, when you enter the see-through world, your eyes hurt right. It means that it is still not complete. Your demon slayer mark is there, always active but it's not at his full strength. I'm sure you know about the bright red 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 blade and selfless state. You're born with all of these abilities but you never utilize them at full power. 𝐬𝐮, how come I didn't? Yoriichi, because they were blocked until your soul can handle it. That's why you are here, to unleash them and become way more powerful. 𝐬𝐮, could I become as strong as you? He smiled at me. Yoriichi, unlike the past demon slayer, you are born with these abilities, like me. Once I unlock them, I'm sure you'll be as strong as me. A smile appeared on my face. I can become as strong as him. I can become stronger to protect my family. 𝐬𝐮, so how are you gonna unleash my power? Yoriichi, I already did. Yoriichi, as we were talking. And I started to turn into dust, but before my full body was turned to dust, Yoriichi say something to me. Yoriichi, Izuku, 3 demon slayers are born in this era, at the same time, the same year. It cannot be a coincidence. Stay on guard, something is coming. And so I woke up. It feels like my body moved faster than my mind as I was now in front of 𝐴𝐿, blade in hand. Current time RD POV. The whole class reunited in front of the door. Ju and Tsuyu had managed to take Aizawa, Shinobu, and 𝐴𝐿 out of the fight. 𝐬𝐮 is in front of 𝐻𝐻𝐽 with his blade glowing red, his mark glowing too. He seems so powerful yet so calm. He didn't show any emotion. Kirishima, amazing. Izumi, what's amazing Kirishima? She asked, a little startled by his shocked face. Kirishima, it's a fighter thing. When someone fights another one, normally you can sense his battle spirit to determine his strength. But right now, I can't feel anything towards Tsujikubro. It feels like he's a plant. It's hella scary yet so manly. The class was surprised. If what Kirishima said is true, then he must be really powerful right now. Katsuki wanted to jump in but his guts were telling him to not move. Shigaraki, what? You think you're so tall and mighty, 𝐻𝐻𝐽 kill him? However, the 𝐻𝐻𝐽 didn't move. Why? Because he waited for his arm to regrow, but after 20 seconds it never came. Shigaraki, oh how? Why aren't you healing? 𝐬𝐮, because he can't. He said emotionless. Everyone got surprised. Shigaraki, what do you he can't? 𝐬𝐮, exactly what I said, he can't, his flesh is constantly burning. In other terms, his healing quirk can't keep up. Once again everyone got shocked. The creature designed to kill All Might couldn't heal himself because of one slash. Ju recognized the blade and was happy. Happy that another lost long technique was unleashed. Shinobu just woke up and saw 𝐬𝐮 with his red blade. She got up with the help of Juju. You shouldn't get up yet. He said, worried about his fiancée. Shinobu, it's okay, I used my total concentration to stop my BLD loss. She looks at 𝐬𝐮. My lil bro is amazing, yep he is. 𝐬𝐮, if you don't mind me I'm gonna end this now. He disappeared and reappeared in front of 𝐻𝐻𝐽. Thanks to Yoriichi, he can now use the see-through word without any problem and so he stabbed one of his hearts. Sun breathing, 8th form. Sunflower move, the user unleashes a single move attack with the point of the blade. The 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐲 screamed because of the pain of having one of his hearts destroyed, but 𝐼𝐮 didn't stop. He just wanted to test this form, and now he's going for the kill. He did a backflip in the air. Sun breathing, 5th form, setting sun transformation. The user backflips into the air to deliver a powerful appended sword slash. The head of the 𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐲 fell on the floor, along with his body, but this time, 𝐼𝐮 couldn't see his heartbeat, meaning he was dead. He looked at Shigaraki. 𝐼𝐮, who's next? Shigaraki, you cheater, how? He was supposed to be as strong as All Might, how did you kill it? 𝐼𝐮, the answer is simple, I'm stronger than All Might. Shigaraki, Kurojiiri were leaving. And so they rapped, leaving the 100 of villains unconscious in the USJ. 𝐼𝐮 walked back to the front door, which suddenly opened, revealing All Might with another professor. All Might, 𝐻𝗓𝗃, he said, looking at them with emotionless eyes and a blade drenched with blood. The teacher was scarred because of this sight. Nizu, so 𝐼𝐮, no time for questions. Aizawa-sensei, 13, Stella and Shinobu need medical treats. And so he lifted Stella bridal style and vanished to UA. Ju did the same with Shinobu. Nizu, well, you heard him, All Might Majesty, take Aizawa and 13 to Chiyo. Right? Nizu, everyone is all right. Yorozu, yeah, almost all of the villains have been taken care of by Aizawa-sensei, Tsujikuni, Vermilion, and Kocho. Nizu, I see, come on, let's go back, you all have to be seen by Chiyo. And so everyone returned to UA. RDPOV. After the USJ attack, students were given a week off to heal from their injuries and to rest. 𝐼𝐮, Stella, Shinobu, and Aizawa were the ones who needed it the most. 𝐼𝐮 explained what happened while he was out to his friends. They didn't know what danger they'll face, but they were sure they would do their best to counter it. The day before resuming class, 𝐼𝐮 and Shinobu were already back on their feet thanks to their breathing technique. But 𝐼𝐮 was a little concerned for Aizawa, so he decided to call Nizu to know how he's doing. Phone call, ring ring ring. Nizu, hello. 𝐼𝐮, hello Nizu, it's me. Nizu, oh, what a pleasure to hear you. How are you and your fiancé doing? 𝐼𝐮, I'm fine, but Stella still needs some rest, but she will be ready for tomorrow. Nizu, I see, that's good, so tell me, why are you calling me? 𝐼𝐮, I wanted to know how Aizawa was doing, sir. Nizu, oh well, he's still in bed, wrapped in bandages, but his life isn't in danger and he's awake. 𝐼𝐮, I see, that's good, but tell me who is going to be our teacher tomorrow. Nizu, Aizawa, 𝐼𝐮. Nizu. 𝐼𝐮, what? Nizu, you heard me, he said he wanted to continue the classes. 𝐼𝐮, if I may, sir, it's not a really good idea. Nizu, I know, but if it concerns his class, he won't back down, though he will never say it out loud. 𝐼𝐮, haha, sounds like him. Nizu, indeed, 𝐼𝐮, but for real, isn't there someone who could replace him? Nizu, in fact there is, but like I said, he won't let anyone teach your class. 𝐼𝐮, even if it's me. Nizu, what do you mean? 𝐼𝐮, I have my license to teach, so if it's me, he would probably let me teach them, and that way, he'll stay in bed and rest. I'm sure he won't say no if that's mean more sleep. Nizu, I see, it is indeed a good idea, I'm going to contact him. 𝐼𝐮, thank you, 𝐼𝐮. Yes. Nizu, he accepted and he thanks you to care about his health. 𝐼𝐮, he doesn't need to thank me, but I'll take it. Nizu, so tomorrow come to my office in your hero costume, I need to pass you some info and you'll pass them to the class. 𝐼𝐮, okay, I'll be there. And did he say anything about how he wants me to teach them? Nizu, well, about that he said, and I quote, I don't care as long as he doesn't kill them, now let me sleep, something among those lines. 𝐼𝐮 chuckles, I see, thank you sir, take care and see you tomorrow. Nizu, see you tomorrow, hangs up. The classroom is filled with the students of 1A, all of them are there but one, our favorite sun breather. His bro noticed it and asked Stella about it. Ju, Stella, where is 𝐼𝐮, didn't he come with you this morning? Stella, no, he told me Principal Nizu told him to come to his office before class. Shinobu, he didn't get in trouble, right? Stella, no, I don't think so. Katsuki, that BSTRD is in trouble. Shoko, do you always have to scream like an idiot? Katsuki, the F did you say icy thought? Denki, PFF icy thought. Ida, Katsuki, this no manners to talk to comrade, apologize. Kirishima, yeah Katsubro, that's not manly at all. Katsuki, the chance of me apologizing to her are lower than me fearing someone. Tsuyu, but didn't you sht your breathes when you saw Tsuji-kuni? Mina, she's right, you didn't dare to move aha. Shoto, to be fair, any of us dared to move. Shoko, whose sides are you on? She asked, a demon forming behind her. Shoto sweat drop, see Shoko, that's why I thought. Hagakure, but really Tsuji-kuni was amazing. Zero, yeah honestly I thought we were fed back there, but when he woke up, he was like, 𝐴𝐮𝐵𝐻𝐿 but, and that was so cool. Bell rung Stella, Ikki is not here, Mina. Hey guys, who do you think is going to be our teacher? Momo, I don't know, Aizawa is still resting so maybe Mike Sensei. Ida, it doesn't matter who it is, we will have to respect him, her. And so the door opened, and to everyone's surprise, Ikki entered, wearing his hero costume and went to the teacher podium. Ikki, good morning class. Since Aizawa is still resting, I'll be your teacher for today. You can call me Tsuji-kuni sensei or just sensei. Ida. What, Katsuki, the F Deku, who do you think you are? Ikki, I suggest you to calm down before I expel you. Katsuki, like hell you can do that. Popping out of his Hayori, a rat, a bear, a dog. The principal. Nizu, actually he can Ida. What do you mean Nizu, sir? Nizu, he has his license so I hired him for a while, so he's legally your teacher, so he can expel you. The class sweat drop at this new information. Nizu, I'll be taking my leave, and he left. Ikki, well I hope that you understood. Mina raised her hand. Ikki, yes Ishido. Mina, you won't expel us, right, we're friends? Ikki, I don't see what you mean Ishido, I'm just your teacher, nothing more, nothing less. Mina, Stella, Mina, what Ikki means is that right now he's not your friends and not my fiancé, he's just our teacher. Ikki, exactly, but Vermilion, please do not call me that way please, like you said, I'm just your teacher. Stella was feeling a little down since he called her by her last name, but he has to put with the act, so understood. Stella, yes sorry sensei. Ikki smile, as long as you understand it's okay. Ikki, now class, I hope you all rested well because your fight isn't over. Class, oh no more villains. Ikki, the UA Sport Festival. Class, a normal school activity. Ikki, as you know the sport festival is broadcast, so a lot of people and pro heroes will be watching, it's your chance to show them what you're made of. The festival is held once every year, 3 chances to prove yourself, knowing that, I hope that you won't slack off. The festival is in 1 week, so no school until the festival so you can train. With that note I in class. Stella raised her hand. Ikki, yes Stella, could we train together? I would like to improve my foot movements while using my sword 𝗀𝗚. I would also like to train my blade with you, Shinobu. Same here lil bro. Ikki, of course it's not a problem, just come to our house and we'll train there. 𝗀/Shinobu, thanks bro/lil bro. Stella, thank you Ikki, no problem princess. I have to go, I have other class to teach. And he left to his next class, class 3. Ikki POV 3. Oh it's here, I spotted the door and entered, I saw 2 men and a girl and that's all. Nisa did inform me that all of 3 has been expelled by Aizawa, but those 3, also known as the big 3 of UA. Ikki, hello student, I'm Tsuji-kuni Izuku, you can call me sensei or Ikki in private, I believe that Nizu informed you already about me. Mirio, yeah he did, let me introduce myself, I'm Mirio Togata. Nijire, hello I'm Nijire Hado and I have a lot of questions. Tamaki Amegi. Nice to meet you guys, so I know that Aizawa sleeps here because he believes that he has nothing to teach you, right? Mirio, indeed. Ikki, I see, if that's the case, then forget about class, I'm not your teacher, I'm just your underclassman, you can call me Ikki. Now Hado, I believe you had questions for me. Nijire, you can call me Nijire and yes I do. Ikki, shoot, a few thousand questions later. During this hour Nijire asked a lot of questions and to the senpai's surprise, Ikki answered all of them. At the end of class, they exchanged contacts to keep in touch. Shinobu POV class ended and it was now lunchtime. Kaminari opened the door only to be met by a lot of students. Denki Yo, what the F? Kirishima, what are you guys doing? Katsuki, they're scooting us for the festival now, move extras. He forced his way out of the classroom. Monoma, whoa, so just because you survived a villain attack, you think so high of yourself? The blonde man said with a cocky grin. You what with the face, he looked like a pefli. Disgusting. Katsumi, the F you say blondie. Izumi, Kaken, calm down. So this is class 1, Diamond. He appeared like a wild Pokemon. Katsuki, and who are you extras? Shinso, Hitoshi Shinso from 1C, and I'm here to declare war. Kirishima, Ao chill, it's just a festival. Shinso, it might be only a festival for you, but for us, it's our chance to move to the heroic course and take one of your place. Denki, it's impossible, right? Shinso, oh yeah it is. So that's why I didn't care about what he was saying, so I just sneak my way out with 𝐬𝐿 and Stella. Like really, why should I be scared? I'm in the top 4 in my class, so I have nothing to worry about. As we were walking away, the blonde named Monoma grabbed my shoulder from behind. Monoma, hey where do he didn't finish his sentence because 𝐬𝐿 grabbed his wrist and applied so much pressure that the blonde fell on his knees. 𝐬𝐿, try to touch her again and I break all of your bones, got it? He said while applying more pressure to his wrist. Monoma in pain, I got it. He let his wrist go and the 3 of us went to the cafeteria. While we were walking, I crossed his arm with mine and I smiled at him. Shinobu, thank you 𝐬𝐿, he smiled back, went behind me and hugged me. 𝐬𝐿, no problem, I can't let anyone touch my butterfly. Shinobu, hi, RDPOV. As they were having their lovey-dovey moment, they completely forgot about the red hair girls behind them. Stella, and so that's how it feels being the third wheel. RDPOV. It was the day of the sports festival, and the students of 1A were in their lodge, waiting for the first event. All of them were happy and excited, well almost all of them. Icky, I call bullshit. 𝐬𝐿, I swear what the F is that? Shinobu, they want to use those pieces of trash. How can I fight with that? Stella, guys calm down, it's not a big issue. She said, trying to ease the atmosphere but failed. Icky smiled, babe I love you, you already know that, but right now stay out of it, you can't understand since you have yours and not use. Stella. Shinobu, but for real, it's really troublesome. 𝐬𝐿, say it again. Icky, those here are so bad, like even I could have made them better. He said looking at what he had in his hand. A boken. Yes, since their original blades are not a quirk, the school considered them as support gear, which is forbidden for the hero course. That's why they're so angry. They can use their breath with it, but the blow will be weaker, much weaker. But the one who is truly annoyed by it is Shinobu. Shinobu, at least you guys can still strike, but me no. My breathing technique is made to pierce the enemy and poison them. With this SHT, I can't poison and it's not even sharp like what the F. 𝐬𝐿, at least you have your movements. Icky, I don't know about her, but for me, wearing the sports suit is really annoying. My legs feel so trapped, I feel like I'm slower. Shinobu, so you feel it too. I use my speed to beat my enemy, but with this outfit, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. As they were complaining, Shoto and Shoko came to talk to them. Shoto, Icky. He looked at him. Icky, do you need something? Shoko, no, we just wanted to wish you guys a good sports festival. Shoto, may the best win. Icky, smile, yeah, may the best win. They fist bump. Kirishima saw this and had manly tears. Kirishima, so manly. Soon, they were called to the arena. All the classes were next to each other. Icky, Stella, Shinobu, and 𝐬𝐿 were next to each other. 𝐬𝐿 wasn't doing well. 𝐬𝐿, Timen. Shinobu, a problem. 𝐬𝐿, no, I just feel like something bad is going to happen. Icky, oh, you have no idea? 𝐬𝐿, okay, what did you do? Icky, nothing, but Shinobu, I advised to film, it's going to be amazing. Shinobu, what do midnight? Now please may the first-year representative come to the stage and make a speech. Katsuki, Katsumi, and Izumi took a step forward. Midnight, Tomioka 𝐬𝐿. 𝐬𝐿 had a look of disbelief when he heard midnight. Stella was simply surprised, but Icky and Shinobu were the ones who were laughing their butt off. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝡗𝐨𝐫, that's why you let me take the top spot at the entrance exam. Shinobu, pffhaha, it's amazing, Ikki, you're a genius. Stella, pff, Ikki, you're amazing, 𝐻𝐻, I know, right? 𝐬 proceed to walk to the stage with a look that was saying, kill me. He is now in front of the microphone and talks in a gloomy tone. 𝐬, everyone, do your best. And he walked back. There was a silence. A cough. A laugh from you-know-who. Until Midnight starts to talk again. After this. Emotional. Let's start with the race. All the first years were in the tunnel, waiting for the race to start. That was until a gun sound was made signaling the start. The Todorokis froze everyone but the main cast, who left the tunnel. Stella was the first one, followed by Shoto, Shoko, Izumi, and Katsuki. Mike, what a start. Todoroki tried to block everyone but Vermilion is first. The crowd was cheering but noticed 3 students who were still in front of the tunnel. Mike, what are those 3 doing? Why aren't they moving? Aizawa saw this and smirked. Aizawa, the race is already done. Mike, what do you mean, Aizawa? Then Ikki, Shinobu, and 𝐬 vanished from their spot only to appear at the end of the race a few seconds later. Mike, how did they do that? Aizawa, it's the proof of their training. They didn't use any quirks, it's just raw speed. The crow was in awe. These students cleared the race in a few seconds without any quirks. But they didn't cross the finish line. 𝐬 POV 𝐬, AO, no way in hell I'm first again. Ikki, you do it. Ikki, beach, no way. Shinobu, you do it. Like people say, lady first. Shinobu, I appreciate your kindness, Odoto, but sorry I'm not crossing the line first. It seems that none of us wanted to be first. Well, I understand since I was first in the exam and I had to do a speech. I'm sure that the rat has similar plans for this event. This is getting anywhere. Wait, I have an idea. I looked at Ikki and it seems he has the same idea as well. Perfect. So I quickly grabbed Shinobu's right arm and he grabbed the left one, and we threw her across the line. Mike, Shinobu Kocho is the first student to cross the line and she looked at us with an angry pout. Shinobu. Ikki crossed the line, finishing second and me third. I grabbed Shinobu's hand and lifted her up from the ground. 𝐬, I'm sorry, I said while patting her head. She blushed a little but smirked right after. Shinobu seductively, you'll have to make it up tonight. Now it's my turn to blush. She giggled and went away. 𝐬 sighed. I can't win against her. I smiled at her. Shinobu POV Midnight, the next event is Cavalry Battle. You'll have points to collect from each other. The points at the beginning will depend on your placement in the race. Oh no. Midnight, and the first place will receive 10 million points. I saw Ikki sigh in relief with a hand on his chest. Ikki, thank God I'm second. 𝐬, I knew it. Those BSTRDS. Midnight, you have 10 minutes to form a team of 4. I saw 𝐬 and Ikki turn around while whistling. Oh hell no. Before I knew it, I was behind them with my hands on their shoulders. Ikki POV team. No way in hell Shinobu is taking me into her team. I wanted to walk away but someone grabbed me. I turned around and saw it, the devil herself. Shinobu, where do you think you're going, guys? Ikki, finding a team. Yes. Shinobu, what do you mean? Obviously, since you guys, Stella, and I are going to be a team in the future, don't you think it's better to do it here? So let's team up. 𝐬, we don't have the choice, right? Shinobu smile, you know me so well. And so we team up with Stella and finish the event first place. We had put Shinobu on to the top, with me and 𝐬 on the back and Stella in the front since she was the only one who could attack, but all she did was create a tornado of fire with us in the center of it, until the end. The last event is confrontation. If I and the others win all of our matches, we will all be in the semifinals. I'm sure we will meet in there. RDPOV Mike, on the right side we have the freezer boy of 1A Todoroki Shoto and on the left side Aizawa's secret love child Hitoshi Shinso. Aizawa, he's not my child. The 2 participants enter the arena without saying a word. In the crowd Kirishima, let's go Todoroki. Kaminari, you got this. Shoko, do your best bro. Stella, I wonder who's gonna win. Ikki, I don't know. I don't know who's the 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, so I can't tell if he's skilled or not. Back to the ring, Midnight. Are you both ready? They responded with a nod. Mike, start. 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, that must be cool, to have such power dash. He didn't finish his sentence. More like he couldn't because Shoto shot a big fat ice wave, which trapped 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 in it. It was so big that it covered the stadium to the top. Shoko, demon, that was overkill, bro. You should chill out. 𝐬𝐿, in his defense, he did chill 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 out. Shoko, PFFF, good one. 𝐬𝐿, thank you. The rest didn't utter a word, too shocked by the ice mountain which just appeared. Midnight, 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, can you continue? 𝐀𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, though. Midnight, the match is over. Todoroki moved forward to the quarterfinal. Mike, we're going to have a small timeout to let the ice melt. Mike, thank you for the wait. Now for the second match, we have the child of brightness 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Izuku from 1A and the living Pikachu Kaminari Denki. Kaminari, Pikachu. Mina from the crowd, you are a Pikachu. Kaminari, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, where is your Boken? 𝐬𝐿, I'm not using this piece of trash. In the crowd, Shinobu, understandable, I'll do the same. Ju, I don't think I will, even if the Boken is 𝐬𝐿, it's better than nothing. Izumi, it's dumb, he will get hurt. Katsuki, the dim nerd is going to have his butt clapped. Stella sigh, 𝐬𝐿, how did you endure this for 10 years? With his powerful hearing, 𝐬𝐿 heard her, so he looked at her and made a gesture which was saying, I don't know. Stella, of course, he heard me. Midnight, are you ready? 𝐬𝐿, Kaminari, always. Mike, start. Kaminari, 𝐬𝐿, and this in one move. 1,300,000 volt. The lightning was coming at high speed towards 𝐬𝐿, who didn't move, with his eyes closed, until the very end. Once the lightning was a few inches from him, he opened his eyes, vanished, and appeared behind Kaminari, giving him a huge blow to his head. Kaminari was out of bounds, stuck in the wall unconscious. Midnight, Kaminari is out of bounds. 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 advanced to the quarterfinal. Mike, and what with those kids who finish their fight in 5 seconds? Aizawa, what are you teaching them? Aizawa, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 did that by himself. I can tell that of all my students he's the one who's dedicating the most to his training. I can also tell that he's the strongest one SR year. Mike, Hoa, did you hear that, folks? Aizawa, are you saying he's the one who's gonna win in the ND? Aizawa, since the start of the festival he didn't use his power once. His speed and his strength come from him and him alone, and he doesn't have his sword with him, which is bullshit, so yes, for me he's favorite. The crowd was fing loud. A student got praised by Aizawa and he's this strong without using his quirk. The pros were already invited him to their agency for the internship. Katsuki, the F, how can he be this strong without a quirk? Mina, come to think of it, we don't know the quirks of 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, Tomioka, and Kocho. Their fighting style are also quite identical to each other. Tomioka, do you know his quirk? Ju, of course I do. I also know Shinobu's. Mina, come on, tell us, what is it? Like, we know you guys make fire, water, and all with your blade, but we don't have any other info. Ju, sorry, no can do. 𝐬𝐿, sup beaches. He said, appearing behind them, sitting next to Stella. She hugged him and kissed him on the cheek. Stella, you were amazing, 𝐬𝐿. 𝐬𝐿, thanks babe. Ju, congrats bro. 𝐬𝐿, thanks bro. So who's next? Ju, it's Shinobu, she's waiting in the tunnel right now. 𝐬𝐿, oh nice, I wonder how she's gonna fight. Stella, well, we trained our hand-to-hand combat skills, so she should be fine. Ju, yeah, plus with her breathing technique, she can deliver a strong punch, so I'm sure she's gonna win. Mike, now for the third match we have the butterfly princess from 1A Kocho Shinobu and the incarnation of manliness Kirishima Ijiro from 1A. The two students were in front of each other. Kirishima, may the best win, Kocho, he said with a smile. Shinobu answered with a smile too. Shinobu, thank you Kirishima, I wish you the best too. Midnight, are you ready? Both nod. Mike, start. Kirishima hardened just in time before Shinobu punched him in the gut, using her breath technique to enhance her strength. Kirishima flew away a little but was still in the ring, standing. He quickly recomposed himself and went to strike Shinobu, who dodged with a spin and hit him with the back of her hand, But he didn't flinch. Instead, he punched Shinobu in the gut. She backed off, trying to regain her breath, but Kirishima didn't let her as he went for a punch in the head. Her body moved on instinct and dodged at the last moment. Regaining her composure, she backed off and imminently went to Kirishima at high speed. He wasn't expecting her to move this fast after the punch she received, so he didn't have time to react when she was right in front of him. She struck his chest, sending him away, but as soon as he landed, she was once again in front of him. She did a spin kick and Kirishima was sent out of the bounds. Midnight. Kirishima is out. Mike, and the winner is the butterfly. Chu, told you, Ki, never doubt it, Stella, she's strong for sure, Katsumi, next is me Katsuki, go get them sis, Izumi, good luck Kacchin. Katsumi looked towards Ikki, hoping for something but didn't look at her as he was talking to Shinobu. She looked down and walked away. An overwhelming victory for the blonde girl. Her opponent couldn't do anything. Now it was Stella's turn. Stella, guess it's my turn now, wish me, good luck babe. Ikki kissed her and smiled. Ikki, I don't need to wish you good luck, I know you're going to win, Stella. Ah, thank you Ikki, I love you, Ikki. Love you too princess, Mike. For the fifth match we have the Onyx Creation Yorozu Momo from 1A and the Crimson Princess Vermilion Stella from 1A. Midnight, are both students ready? They gave a nod to Midnight and signaled it to Mike. Mike, start. Stella, come forth Leviathan. Raising her hand in front of her, a fire tornado emerged from the ground, unleashing an appealing golden red sword, emitting powerful waves of heat. Mike, what an entrance, I can feel the heat from here, Aizawa, problem children. Momo, after seeing this, lost almost all of her confidence, but she still wanted to fight. She wanted to prove herself as someone who could do it. She created a shield with her quirk. Stella immediately rushed at Momo, with her sword, but just the sword, there was no fire coming from it. Because she didn't want to hurt Momo. She had trouble holding her power back and Momo couldn't handle them. Stella could only use her fire against Ikki and Ju. So she strikes again and again at Momo. The creation girl couldn't do anything but defend herself and backed down step by step. Her shield broke, so she created a new one. But the fight was still the same. Momo was overwhelmed by Stella's superiority. Momo didn't even touch Stella once. However, Stella stopped and backed off. Momo wondered why she did that but decided to take advantage of it. She created a metal stick but was shocked by Midnight's statement. Midnight, Yorozu is out of bounds, Vermilion win and advance to the next round. Momo, WH. She looked down and saw that she had a foot outside the ring. Momo, I lost. With Nizu in his office. Yuki, yeah mom is the best. Said the little white hair girl. Nizu sipping his tea, she's impressive indeed. Back to the arena. Mike, what a victory from the Crimson Princess. Aizawa, your students are amazing. Aizawa, of course they are, I'm their teacher. Stella went back to her class and sat next to her love. Ikki, you were amazing princess, he kissed her. Stella, thanks babe. Shinobu, impressive Stella. Now 3 of us are in the quarterfinal, only Ju left. Don't mess it up, well even if you lose, it's not a big deal right, not everyone can win right. She said, completely taunting him. Ju grew a tick mark, but quickly regained his composure. Ju, do not worry about me, I'm sure all of us are going to be in the semifinals. Ikki, oh you're right, if we win all our matches, Ima face Shinobu and you'll face Stella. Stella, oh. Shinobu, but let's be real, Odoto is going to win. Ju, I know, Stella, obviously. Ikki sweat drop, huh guys, don't overestimate me, you are strong too. Ju, yeah I know, we're the strongest in our year and maybe in the second year too, but you're stronger. Stella and Shinobu nod. Ikki. Ju, guess it's my turn. Shinobu, since you still your boken, you can't lose because if you do it would be a shame since I and Ikki won without it. Ju, I'm going. Shinobu, go get her babe, love you. Ju, love you too. Shoto, good luck sis. Ikki, yeah good luck Shoko, thanks guys. Mike, for our 7th match, we have Lady Killer Loner Tomioka Ju from 1A and the Ice Queen herself, Todoroki Shoko from 1A. Midnight, are you ready? Nod Mike, start. Shoko sent a wave of fire. Ju, water breathing, sixth form, whirlpool, the fire collided with the water and created a huge wall of smoke. Mike, I can't see anything. Ju, good, it seems the boken can handle my breath, but I feel like it was about to break. If I were to hit her with it, it will break, so I have to finish quickly. While the smoke was still here, Ju sensed Shoko right in front of him. In a quick motion, he dashed towards her, and once he was close enough. Water breathing, 10th form, constant flux. He hit her with his blade, followed by a water dragon. The boken broke as soon as the strike was struck, but Shoko still felt the power behind this blow. She was sent out of the smoke and out of the bounds and crashed into the wall. Midnight Todoroki is out of bounds. The winner is Tomioka. Mike, holy 𝐀𝐮𝐴 pals, did you see that dragon? The crowd was on fire. Cheerings could be heard in the whole country. 𝐻𝐮𝐿 one shot. Shinobu, I feel bad for Shoko. Nope, Stella, you guys are horrible. 𝐻𝐮, that's why we're family. Shinobu, so true. And then they fist bump. Stella sighed. The match between Ida and Katsuki was long. Ida kept running around while Katsuki was behind. After 10 minutes, Katsuki finally knocked out Ida and advanced to the quarterfinals. RDPOV Mike, let's start the first match of these quarterfinal. We have the strongest first-year 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 Izuku from 1A and the Ice Prince from 1A Todoroki Shoto. Demon, all the contestants are from 1A. Aizawa, your class is dominating this festival and this year. Aizawa tired, I know. Both of them walk into the arena, without saying a word, looking at each other, patiently awaiting the start of their match. 𝐻𝐮 was wearing his boken. Don't get him wrong, he didn't start to like this SHT. It's just that against Shoto, he couldn't allow himself to fight without his son breathing. Shinobu, so he decided to use it after all. Stella, well, it's no surprise. Shoto is not someone to take lightly like Kaminari, no offense though. Denki, none taken. Ju, the winner is already decided. Shoko, what do you mean? Ju, no offense, but 𝐻𝐮 got this in the bag. Shoko, I see, it's true that 𝐻𝐮 has all the chances to win, but I don't care who wins this, I'll still be happy for the winner. Stella, that's a really good mindset, Shoko. Izumi, Shoko, why are you friends with the slut who stole my brother? Katsumi, what does this beach has that I don't? Midnight, are both fighters ready? They nod. Mike, start. Shoto, like in the first match, took the first move and sent a huge ice wave towards 𝐻𝐮. Sun breathing, 4th form, burning bones, summer sun. The user unleashes a large circular slash that defends from imminent frontal attacks. The ice melted from the contact with 𝐻𝐮's fire, creating a shockwave. And this shockwave did some damage. Crack 𝐻𝐮, oh, it was just one hit. How the F did it crack from that? Even a 20-year-old condom is more solid. Mike, what a first strike. What a way to start this match. Crowd, 𝐻𝐿. Shoto sent the same wave, this time, bigger. 𝐻𝐮 counters the same way as before, but his boken broke. 𝐻𝐮, I hate you. Mike, folks, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫's boken broke. How will he defend himself against Todoroki? Is this the 𝐻𝐮? Shinobu, tch useless weapon. Katsuki, 𝐻𝐮's done for. Izumi, Oniai-chan. Katsumi, Icon. Stella, the F are you saying? Katsuki, 𝐻𝐮, Stella, I'm saying it doesn't matter if he has a sword or not. Ju, true, Shoto, time to end this time, he used his fire. 𝐻𝐮 was hit by the fire, which created an explosion. Mike, that was a clean hit by Todoroki, whereas 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫, he out. Do we have a winner? The crowd was silent. Was it really the end of the strongest first year? Shoto, it was easier than expected, he said and turned his back. Midnight was about to call the match until a voice was heard. 𝐻𝐮, who are you calling easy? Shoto looked back with wide eyes. Once the smoke died, 𝐻𝐮 could be seen but without his shirt who burnt. We could see his muscular body, along with some scars and small tattoos. Mike, incredible, 𝐬𝐮𝐭𝐡𝐨𝐫 doesn't have a scratch, he's still standing like nothing happened, and Demon, those tattoos are fire. Aizawa, is he allowed to have them? Aizawa, UA doesn't forbid them, but I'm surprised he has them. All the girls in the arena were drooling at the sight of Ikki's upper body. Midnight was turned on. Kirishima, holy 𝐬𝐮𝐴, since when does he have them? He didn't have them at the beginning of the year. Stella, he has had them for 2 weeks. He said he wanted to have something unforgettable on him, apart from the scars. Stella, you Ikki, I'm the only one who's allowed to see this body of yours. She thought, upset about the fact that other girls were checking out her man. Stella girls, stop drooling please. She said with a scary aura around her. The girls stopped and apologized, apart from the beaches. Katsumi, diamond that is mine, not the other beach. Izumi, my Onyai-chan is a delinquent. The reactions were different in the teacher lounge. All Might, what does he have that? He's a minor, he should have needed our permission. Snipe, what are you saying All Might? He needed his parents' approval, not yours. Ectoplasm, he's right, you and Green Majesty have nothing to do with it. The two heroes looked down, remembering that he was never their son to begin with, so they have no right to talk. With Nizu Yuki, Dad is amazing, he's so hot. Nizu, he sure is, but where did you learn that word? Yuki, Mom keeps saying that at home. Nizu chuckle, I see, back to the fight Shoto, how are you not injured? Ikki, I use fire, naturally my body is fireproof. Shoto, if that's the case. He sent another ice wave. Ikki, you really lack imagination. He said as struck the air, creating an air strike. The ice got destroyed by the shockwave created by Ikki. Shoto was shocked that his ice got destroyed so easily, and shocked that Ikki was a few inches away from him. Before he could understand anything, Ikki punched him in the solar plexus, sending him out of the bounds, and crashing into the wall. Midnight, to Todoroki is out of bounds. 𝐬𝐮𝐿 advanced to the semi-final. Crowd, 𝐻OO, Mike, what a demonstration of power from 𝐬𝐮𝐿. Is there anyone who can stop him? Ikki left the ring to get a new shirt. Shoto was being brought to RG. Shoko, I'm gonna see how's doing. See you later. She got up and left. Shinobu, well it seems I'm gonna fight Ikki in the semi. Ju, seems like it. Katsumi, oh why are you talking like you've already won? Shinobu, sorry I didn't want to be rude but I can't see myself losing to someone like you. Stella, if I love how it's just pure logic to her. Shinobu, hey it's not. She asked while tilting her head cutely, clearly mocking Katsumi. At this point she was fuming. Katsumi, I'm gonna kill you. Shinobu, why so much violence? She said while walking away. Katsumi followed her with smoke coming from her nose. Izumi, Katsumi is going to kill her. Katsuki, that beach ISF. Ju glared at him. Don't call her that. Katsuki grin, and what are you gonna do about that? Ju, the last match is me against you, be sure that I'll break your wrists. Katsumi, that threat wishes Sasuke. Ju, no, it's a promise. Mike, now for our next match, we have the butterfly of 1A Kocho Shinobu and Boom Boom Girl, Bakugo Katsumi from 1A. Katsumi, I'll destroy you like the insect you are. Shinobu, in my opinion, a butterfly is much more appealing than a grenade, don't you agree? She said, still smiling. Midnight, are you ready? Shinobu, I'm ready whenever the bomber girl is ready. Katsumi, let's start the DMN match already. Mike, stay art. Katsumi boosted herself with her explosion towards a Shinobu who didn't move an inch and was still smiling. Take this, she screamed as she threw an explosion at her, but before the explosion could reach her, Shinobu vanished and reappeared behind Boom Boom Girl. Shinobu, please forgive me, I dodged you, I hope that it did not affect it too much. She was still smiling as if nothing happened. Katsumi, blinded by rage, rushed at her, throwing multiple explosions without any technique or anything. It was just random explosions and Shinobu kept dodging like nothing, still smiling. Katsumi stopped attacking because of the recoil. She was breathing, clearly tired. Katsumi, fight, breathe me, you breathe, coward. Shinobu, but didn't you say you wanted to kill me? I just thought that if I don't fight back, you'll have a better chance. The crowd was chuckling at the situation. Shinobu was toying with her. It was clear as crystal that the winner was already decided. 𝗀𝐮𝐿 would have ended the match quickly, but she wanted to play with Katsumi for being an arrogant beach. Katsumi, that's not breathe normal, how can you dodge all of my attacks? 𝗀𝐮𝐿, you know. She looked at the sky and closed her eyes. In my family, I think I'm the weakest, I'm not as strong as 𝐬𝐿, my movements are not as appealing as 𝐬𝐿, and 𝗧𝗟 has an advantage on me with her fire. But does that mean I'm weak in general? Absolutely not, I can't beat them on their ground, but I can in mine. You want to know how I can keep up with these amazing people? She looked back, but she was no longer smiling. Her usual gentle eyes were replaced by a cold gaze, making it like she was staring right into Katsumi's soul. It's because of my speed, I can say for sure that no one is faster than me in the whole school. I trained this aspect of me to reach the top alongside my family. Meanwhile, you were slacking off because you had a strong quirk. I'm going to end this. She speed up towards the blondie, breaking the ground, and drop-kicked her with so much force that one could have heard her ribs break. She landed outside the ring, unconscious. Midnight Bakugo Katsumi is out of bounds. 𝐀𝐮𝐿 advanced to the semifinal. Crowd, 𝐬𝐿, Mike, what a victory. Izuku, did you see that? Izuku, yes I did. Katsumi was foolish and let her emotions take the better of her. 𝐀𝐮𝐿 didn't make any mistakes. It was a clean and flawless victory. The crowd was in ebullition, 1 because it was a clean victory and 2 because of her speech. The heroes in the crowds were happy to see that some students knew the importance of training and not relying on your quirk too much. After all, she doesn't have one, so it's easier. 𝐬𝐿, it was a nice match. 𝐬𝐿, what match? It was a humiliation. 𝗧𝗟, I really loved her speech. 𝐬𝐿, yeah, me too, really emotional. 𝐬𝐿 didn't say anything and just smiled. 𝐬𝐿, hee, you really loved her, don't you? 𝐬𝐿, of course I do. 𝗀𝐿, wow, how sweet of you. She said, appearing from nowhere. 𝐬𝐿, a wild butterfly has arrived. 𝗧𝗟, 𝐬𝐿 grabbed her and sat her on his lap and kissed her. 𝐬𝐿, you were amazing, babe. 𝗀𝐿, thank you, 𝐬𝐿. 𝗧𝗟, I hate to disturb you guys, but my match is next. 𝐬𝐿 kissed her and smiled at her. 𝐬𝐿, I know you'll be amazing, princess. 𝗧𝗟, thank you, 𝐬𝐿, and she left. Izumi wanted her brother to say something, but he just continued to talk to his friends. She looked down and went off. Mike, now for the third match, we have the Crimson Princess from 1A Vermilion 𝗧𝗟 and the daughter of the number 1 hero Yagi Izumi from 1A. 𝐬𝐿, if she has nothing more to herself than the fact that she's the daughter of Trash Might. 𝐬𝐿, so true. The two girls were in the ring waiting, but Izumi decided to talk. Izumi, oi the cow, I want to make a bet. 𝗧𝗟, really? Don't you have a better insult than that? You know, if you're jealous, blame your mother, not me. Izumi, as I said, I want to make a bet. If I win, you leave my Oni-chan in the school so he can come back to us. 𝗧𝗟, your way of thinking disgusts me. Do you really think I would bet my love with you? Who do you take me for? It seems you still see him as an object and not as a human being. I have absolutely nothing to win. Izumi, then what do you want? 𝗧𝗟, like I said, she didn't finish her sentence because she saw 𝐬𝐿 waving his hands at her and giving her an approval sign. She understood that he heard the whole conversation and allowed her to bet. 𝗧𝗟 smirked. 𝗧𝗟, you know what, let's bet. If I win, you, your friends, and your parents would stop trying to get him back and never talk to him again unless it's class matters, and you'll have to drop the Oni-chan. Izumi smirked. Izumi, I accept. Finally that beach is gonna leave. 𝐀𝐮𝐿 Might, good job Izumi. Midnight, are you ready? They nod. Mike, stay art. 𝗧𝗟, come forth levitate. Once again, 𝗧𝗟 summoned her. Weapon in a flashy method. This has already become her signature. Mike, there it is, the burning performance of Vermilion. Izumi, I'm not scared of this. She tried to lift the sword with her telekinesis, but the sword didn't budge. To her surprise, Izumi was already tired. Izumi, how? 𝗧𝗟, already tired, I didn't even move. Izumi, impossible, my limit is 50 kilograms, how can I not lift this SHT? 𝗧𝗟, it's simple, it's because my sword weighs 70 kilograms. Izumi, you're lying, there is no way it's so heavy. Stella, believe or not I don't care. Izumi was angry and decided to use OFA. She used it in her whole arm and sent a punch, which created a huge shockwave toward Stella. But the Crimson Girl just stuck her sword into the ground and held it firmly. The shockwave hit her, but only her hair and clothes were affected by it. The rest of her body didn't move. Stella, was that your the strongest punch? I'm disappointed. Izumi shocked, how it was 100%. Stella, so that was your max. Sigh, what a disappointment. My father's punches are way more stronger. Midnight, you should stop the match. She can't use her telekinesis and her right arm is broken. She can't fight anymore. Midnight looked at Izumi, who was barely standing with a broken arm. Midnight, Yagi can't fight anymore. The winner is Vermilion. Icky lame, too. What a waste of time. Shinobu, Demon right. Izumi collapsed and was brought to RG. The only member of the SHT3 was Katsuki. Ju vs Katsuki. Mike, start. Katsuki did the same thing. He boosted himself towards Ju, who was unfazed. The one disliked by people vanished and appeared in front of the Bomberman, used total concentration to boost his strength, grabbed his wrist, and broke it. He then threw multiple punches and sent Katsuki out of bounds. Ju, I told you I would break your wrist. Midnight, Bakugo is off bounds. Tomioka advanced to the semifinal. He walked off the ring, still wearing his emotionless face. And that concludes the quarterfinal of the UA Sports Festival.